I did that like 5 times this morning.
That's why I'm here.
I'm like, I know a guy that just did it with swaying his hair. So fuck off.
Uncircumcised. Philanthropy. Stupid stuff. Supercross. Hey. Nipple. Machete. Fashion. A scintillating bloodbath of hellacious fury. Evil. Cannabis. Interesting thing. Awesome. Radio.
I love you. You are so dear to me. I love you. You are so pretty.
There's a toenail with a dip on her.
It's the Jason Ellis Show. Jason Ellis.
I'm thinking I'm back.
Michael Tully.
The United States of fuck you.
Andrew Bruce.
It all made sense to me.
Kevin Kraft.
I might be better suited for the future.
And Will Pendarvis.
Fuck yeah, I'm Will Pendarvis.
Jason Ellis.
Also blown up.
This is the Jason Ellis Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the thing. Fuck off. Great news. If you're ugly and your parents hate you, you are have a huge chance of becoming a giant celebrity, and you can buy, you know what I mean, like stupid shit, and feel really good because you probably, you know, some kids cry when they meet you, and so it's all, you know what I mean, and it's you'll have a better life than the person that just had like a normal upbringing. So when you're thinking right now, you're listening, and it's like, man, my parents suck. This is fucked. Everything that's ever happened to me is so fucked. Just keep thinking that. Stew on that shit.
Is that like...
You're going to be a star.
Is that facts, or is that like just you or Rocky?
No, it's not me. It's this... I was watching some documentary this morning about some rapper that's, you know what I mean, he's...
Ugly?
He's ugly. His parents were on drugs or some shit. He had no chance, and now he's the greatest rapper alive. I've never fucking heard of him.
What's his name?
Logic. He's huge. Apparently.
He's a mixed kid.
Yeah, and that's his struggle, because the thing is, I'm a white guy, but I'm not a white guy, I'm a mixed guy. People think I'm not a black guy, they don't get treated as being, I'm not invited in my own culture, but I'm trying to fight for who I am. I don't even want to be, it's who I am. I'm a white guy, but I'm a black guy.
Yeah.
Struggle, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He struggles a lot. He was struggling a lot this morning, and I was like, man, you keep that struggle going, I'm going elsewhere.
You gotta go to work.
I missed I missed your boat, but you know what I mean, good for you. But man, it is a wacky world of little midget people talking crazy shit. Everything else makes sense. Hip hop is by far it's going to implode on itself because of how the biggest star in the world is. They get smaller and cockier and more fragile and more full of shit until somebody's going to get fucking caught. Like somebody's going to get caught, and it's all going to come. Like it's like Donald Trump wig gonna get blown off in the fucking wind, and this dude's just gonna get left like by himself at 120 pounds, and they're all gonna rip his asshole in half.
Did you notice? Someone brought it up to me. I didn't even notice, but it was like just the rappers sound more and more like children. They sound like,
did you see the video that I posted yesterday? Some people didn't get it, but if anybody knows the 69 fucking, I refuse to say his name correctly. Fuck him.
Someone just said it where he's like, "What's up, bro?
You know, I've got 5. I'm not. You not even know who I am. I'm talking about 5 champions." Like he's.
Well, you play that. It's the funniest
but
shit.
It's just real quick before you play it. It's somebody else making fun of him.
Yeah.
Using another voice over what he's actually saying. He is saying that. But it's somebody else's voice dubbed over it, so it's even more pathetic.
His word, somebody else's voice?
Yes.
Yeah, over the top of it.
Yeah. know these same dudes got into trouble
man.
at LAX. They were trying to
trying
to hit on some rappers' girlfriends and end up getting in a fight with two other
it was the most embarrassing scrap ever. Nobody tagged anybody because they were all too scared to get hit.
Yeah,
most of them fell on the ground. As a matter of fact, trying to dodge punches.
Yeah, it was pathetic. And then he was in the very back, like acting like he wanted to do some shit, but not wanting to do nothing.
I've unfortunately
you broke that one down on him.
I've broken this guy down several times on this show because I've discovered him and I was like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and then I get a little bit more into some other guys. There's some new people out there that are really fucking weak, and just talk the craziest game. This dude's like, if you don't think I'm gangster, step to me. Anybody doesn't think I'm gangster, step to me, and you'll find out. I'm like, you're fucking seriously lying. Like, you're lying. You're not. No one. You don't have a gun on you. But it's gonna implode. And I think someone told me that video is at the game because he has more on the billboard. 5, you know what I mean? So I think he's talking shit on a dude that, like, I saw a video of that dude. He will punch you in the fucking neck.
Talking shit to the game.
I think that's what like if you get the real voice like of him. I don't know, dude. It's hard for me to give a fuck or keep up. But do you know who Baxi Swan is?
Nah, I don't know. I there was the one that was that's got Anne Frank's face tattooed on. No, this is Baxi Swan.
Yeah,
I can't anymore, dog.
Dude, well, you're gonna they're gonna keep mulling these dudes up. This is what I'm saying. This guy gets too big and comes to America. People are gonna kill him. He's gonna die.
So
Bro.
He's not American.
No, he's English, and he fucking is like this. He has. It's disgusting,
he looks like a gay
dude.
raver, bro,
his music,
from the 90s.
And his music is fucking disgusting. He's like, man, 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 man. He doesn't actually do any weird rapping, but he's got gigs and people go crazy because he looks like he's half those other douches. He's got the, he's got the douche connect.
You got to look like you just.
You just like you
you
gotta look
just
like
suck.
corporate
Yeah.
made you a fucking thing. Like, here, put on this, this, and this. Even though it's not. He can tell it's all his idea.
Like, yeah, put on some shitty tattoos. Look like you sucked 7 bags of dick before you got here, and like you got an eating disorder.
Well, because every generation needs to like distinguish themselves and be different from all the other ones, but all the ideas that are left that haven't been done to death are shitty ideas we all rejected 30 years ago.
Yeah, this is like
this is what's left.
This
there's
is their
there's never been a mainstream superstar who looked like that. True. There's
for
a
a reason.
reason for that.
Yeah.
That was the kid we used to make fun of on MySpace.
Yeah. Now they got rap careers.
But to me, I don't know as much as Jude does in the hip hop game, but every time I've been around real dudes in hip hop, I felt like it would be a tough fight. I felt like I really respected these people for being tougher than not just fucking artists, like some hard cunts. You know, I've always been a little intimidated. They're big motherfuckers, half of them. These dudes are like.
That's why, like, there's
little girls.
There's like a certain group of rap that I still fuck with that probably.
I probably still do too. It's probably just, older, right?
Well, no, they're younger. They're like they're like Detroit rappers, but like they're actually and I don't even condone their actions, but at least they're authentic. It's like they're they're doing fed time. They're fucking getting shot.
Right.
They're like actually
real people.
Bullets.
Yeah, real bullets shot them. Like, cats are getting murdered, and this is all really kind of negative and bad. But that being said, at least it's authentic. You know what I mean? Like, it's at least fucking what they're rapping about is authentic. This shit is just like bitch made, dude. This is like rap's version of normcore. You know what I mean?
What's
like,
normcore?
That's you never seen. Normcore is like hipster shit where people dress like normal, quote unquote, like normal weird 90s shitty on purpose, and like they go out of their way to look like shit, and that's like their fucking jam.
Like grunge, kinda, or is there a new thing?
Like a dad. Like,
you look so normal, it's weird.
Yeah, you look so normal that you're like,
look at me, I'm Al from Home Improvement.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and like they go out of it's awful. And this is like
wait, normcore's out there, huh?
Yeah, and
I
these
probably
are
didn't catch
these
it.
are more stylish examples of normcore.
That we're looking at here.
Yeah, like it's.
Oh, now I understand. Yeah. Where you wear like the weird old jacket or something over your shit.
Yeah, it's
'Cause you don't care, but
super like.
That's
Is
what
it-
I'm saying. People are just scrapping it.
Yeah,
like
this-
the is it
They
like
just want to be original. I totally get it. We did too. The problem is there were still a couple of half decent ideas.
Yeah,
around
like-
for us when we were kids.
Tiva hiking sandals was never cool. Like Zubas and Tiva hiking sandals.
okay?
was
That's what
never
it. Okay,
fucking
that
cool.
guy, the fucking backsy guy. That's
Yeah.
he's got those fucking sandals on and
Yeah, bro.
hate
It's like
everybody.
I just want to smack them. Like
Yeah.
that shit wasn't cool in the '90s, bro. Like
Mhm.
it's not cool now.
Would
like,
this go as far as socks with those sandals?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And some of them,
That's crazy.
Isn't it,
did
right?
I did a Twitter poll on that like a month
It's like
ago.
bus driving shit. No, like a bus driver is now the hippest dude in town.
Yeah, I did that in a Twitter poll. I was like, that seems like the last frontier. Would this ever be cool? People were like, no, dude, that is the one line that can never be crossed.
Yo, bro,
Take that,
they're
everybody on Twitter.
the high end motherfuckers are selling like for like $600
Mm-hmm.
sandals with the built-in socks on them bitches
Yep.
and shoes, bro. Like there's high end motherfuckers
That is, to me, the American dream. You made that up. You rubbed everybody the wrong way enough so somebody paid $600 for your piece of shit socks. If you make the money from that, congratulations.
you did it.
Because that's brainstorming at its best. Because how did you know? You found out first that, hey, if I get the hip suck in the man, that's
I
edgy.
remember there was like 5-6 years ago, like the popular look among rich people was to look like you worked for a living in the 50s. So they would sell like beat up denim for $700-800.
Yes.
Like fucking weird button down, like weird flannels for fucking like $300. So you could drop like $1,500 so that you look like you worked for a living.
Right.
And now the new shit is just like looking. I saw some $500 sneakers that looked like they was from Kirkland's.
Those new ones that are super big. What's up with that? Those with the big sole.
bottoms and
Yeah.
shit.
Oh
Yeah,
my
bro.
god, they look so bad, and you paid so much. You're so stupid.
I know. I saw, or even like I was out in New York and I saw like millennials like not even joking.
Yeah.
Like rollerblading through NYU, like straight up, like they was rollerblading. I'm like, damn, you guys wasn't born before you knew that this was lame. Like,
Yeah.
this was lame, dog.
Oh, there's a new breed of lame.
yeah, it's like young kids rollerblading,
Cool.
like it's cool, but
Yeah.
it's like, yo, nah, bro, that was never cool. That's fucking lame,
Yeah.
and you suck for that.
Yeah.
I saw like a young Muslim chick with a hijab on and shit. Like,
Yeah, that's the thing where you can't see, you just see the slot like
it
RoboCop.
wasn't ninja. It was the or maybe it was a burqa. I don't know the difference. But yeah,
What?
she was like a young
How
Muslim.
much face are you showing?
All
Right on. Okay, just that's all you need to say.
yeah, all the face,
But no
none of the
hair.
hair,
Got it.
fucking like hip.
Yeah,
young-
but rollerblading.
Yeah, on
What happens if
rollerblades.
she gets shit whipped and the fucking thing goes back and you see the front of her hair? Is that like a big deal? Is she worried about that?
The earth opens up, she goes directly to
Oh, come on.
The crazy shit is
I mean,
like
hey,
I'm serious.
if you want to dispute the Quran, go right ahead.
I'm serious.
the
If she
ill-
slams
yeah.
in the park and I'm sitting there eating a sandwich and she's all "Shah!" and the fucking head thing comes back and she sits up and her hair comes out and I go, whoa. Is she-
Hey, you've got hair.
am I?
This is
am
how
I?
deep it is. It's like they got porn where these hoes are getting fucked and sucking dick, but won't show their fucking hair. Like
It's not even in the. It's not even in the Quran to wear it.
like it breaks
I'm
your
making that
brain.
up.
It's like, damn, dog. Like, wait, you could just suck dick on camera. Like that's fucking cool, but no, just as long as your hair is not showing.
Well,
you're
I think.
good.
Yeah, because
And that's not like this is like homemade shit. This
I
isn't
watched-
like fucking fantasy.
I watched a
stuff.
documentary. Everybody in the world has prostitution. All the places in the world, even the places in the world where you're not supposed to touch a penis with your mouth and stuff. Guess what you can do when you go see the hooker?
Touch the penis with your mouth.
Yep.
Yeah.
And guess what? She's still religious, and she just has to do like a bunch of stuff to cleanse herself from the evil doings of sucking your penis every day.
Yeah, there's
And
weird.
it has like a pan of water that she has to share with other people to wash her pussy and face out. Like it, I saw a documentary. It was every walk of life of human on the planet in every sector of the country of the world somebody's figured out how to run a brothel.
Oh yeah, or there's just always loopholes. I forgot what religion it was. But
like, the ones where the religion where you just can't. That's just not a no. That's all parts of that are forbidden.
You couldn't kill an animal, but you can go to a butcher and have him sell you the fucking meat, and he's gonna go to hell. But like you're good for eating the fuck. Like it just breaks you. You're like, what kind of logic is this, man?
Yeah. It's a little too many rules. When rules get a little too crazy, and everybody looks like a bit of a hypocrite. It's just like let it go, you know.
Yeah,
like it's like saving dogs. You know, I was just thinking about this.
Bro.
But if you hit it, a model beat a dog up the other day. My wife told me, and she got caught, and she's like getting in trouble for it because she's on video shit whipping a little fucking puppy. I know, right? It's kind of funny, but I mean, brutal, as a dog lover. Because it's a supermodel that did it, so it's sort of, you know, I mean, it's way harsher. Like, she's got a little fluffy dog. Well, apparently she shit raged on this little dog, and people ratted her out, and she's paying for it. But I'm like, okay, that's a crime, and you like, whether she was famous or not,
she's gonna pay.
Worse.
She's gonna millions. She lost millions of dollars.
I know, but you can say that that's animal cruelty while you're sitting there eating a sandwich. Like it's like, and then this video, like, you know, when they kill a pig and they kill a cow. Not every time of every piece of beef and pork that you eat is it a clean kill. Like, I've seen videos.
I'd be willing to say 90% of the time it's not.
I don't know if it's right, because this videos that I see every now and then, I go, I know they try to show you the bad bit, but fuck, man.
No,
is that happening anywhere at all? They're all, to me, I just saw all cows and all pigs, like, on their backs, like, and people bashing them and stabbing them, like murder movies. And I'm like, man. And you're gonna freak out on this model for beating the puppy didn't die. Puppy's okay.
The crazy shit is the people working at those plants too, man. They get used to the brutality, so they just like they're what's shocking to us.
But that's like Vietnam.
They just don't even
it's like going to war.
Yeah, they don't even give a fuck, bro. They're just going nuts.
People that go to war, man. I was just talking about it. They fucking kill people all day, and then they get used to it. To the point where they tell you stories about it like it's not a big deal, and you feel real weird about it.
Homie like that, yeah. He's just like
you go, whoa,
yeah.
But like, that is life. Welcome to it. Like, don't get too weird about it, because you didn't think that existed? Of course it does.
Yeah. How do you think you got here? How do you think any of these fucking countries are founded? Like, a motherfucker just started there. They didn't like kill somebody. They didn't move there and fuck somebody up.
Yep, fucking skull fucking crushing people, man, everywhere.
Yeah.
That's who we are.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea for a religion, quite frankly. But calm down. We get a little giddy without any worries of any what is it when like
Marauders?
Who?
Marauders?
What is that?
Those are the people that go on maraud.
I just meant like
rape and pillagers.
Something that comes like a police that comes for you for what you do. If there isn't any sort of thing to worry about when it comes to that, would we all just turn to savagery and?
I don't know. I think
because you were just telling me that in Africa they're still doing it.
Yeah, man. I just heard about it. But yeah,
we don't have to get into it. Just I know that there's people
them
today
South African farmers
that are doing crazy stuff. There you go.
It's brutal right now. It's just brutal.
They're breathing our air.
Just Google murder of South African farmers and read a couple articles, and you'll just be like, whoa. Like, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, you'd be pretty pumped on your iPhone drama.
Yeah, shit is fucking heck. I had to put it down. I'm like, all right, man, I'm good on that. Like, let me fucking look at some. Let me look at it.
You want to look at something that'll take your mind off that?
I had to look at it. Put that fucking put the little half a fag dude back on. Just no disrespect to you, Jason.
No, speaking of half a fag, press play on that.
What the fuck is this?
Just press play on it.
Is that you?
Yep.
You just shot a fucking dildo out of your ass.
Pretty cool, right?
Who's the hot chick in the background?
That's what makes it not gay.
Hot chick in the background.
I'm lying. It's gay.
I don't know. It wasn't a man's
I was thinking
dick.
about doing it, having a contest.
You didn't push a man's dick out of here.
Everybody's. Oh, okay. But you were going to say you didn't push it very far, because that's what Tully said.
No. It wasn't like a man was forcing his dick in, and then you were able to push it out with your fucking asshole muscle. That'd have been.
You guys in a sort of Greco-Roman style where he's trying to stay, like, trying to push him out.
It could be a new Olympics, Michael, or the Winter Olympics or something.
Yeah,
the push out.
Even if you can't get it all the way out, you just mark it with the marker how far you got it out.
Ref blows the whistle.
Yep.
Okay, right there, mark it.
Yep.
Nice.
You got it 2 inches out. Congratulations. You fucking did it.
Imagine the gyms they go to, just working those wooden dicks out of their ass all day. Yas ain't training, getting the dick out. It'd be.
Yeah, what? I didn't think I was gonna come in and watch you blow some shit out your ass. But
Well, I was trying to recover from you. I just didn't want you to, make the show go dark. Because I know you were worried about that.
I was more had my eyes on the little cute shaved headed chick.
It's smart.
I was like, yeah, she's bad.
I heard somebody tried to
dildo.
Somebody tried to pitch my idea to Howard Stern on the show this morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shooting the thing out of your ass.
Yeah, because apparently.
Well, you were saying you wanted a piece of somebody over there.
Yeah, because they're they're all talking about putting things in their ass and how it makes you gay, and I really don't like. I feel like we need to evolve. It does. The whole dick in your ass is a gay thing is. Everyone needs to calm down on that thing.
Here's the deal. Here's my fucking.
Here we go.
Thing with
very hetero opinion, Jude.
I'm pretty open minded. Do I want to throw some shit up my ass? Nah. That being said, it's different when it's actually a man's penis. That would be more. I think that's gay, and then everything else is a sliding scale of fucking gayness.
Dude, it's all where your heart is. It's all where your mind is. If you are having sex with a beautiful woman while you listen to Sweet Home Alabama, but in your heart you are just dreaming of, wouldn't it be great if instead of a vagina, this was Bexy Swan's asshole? That's gay.
Yeah. It's super. It's actually.
Or if you keep trying to put it in their ass, I find that suspect when dudes are always just trying to butt fuck their girl.
Sometimes, but not always.
I know, right? Some dudes you think I think a lot of dudes want to do it because dudes talk about it too much and they don't actually realize that they don't really want to do it. They just keep fucking harping on it because they haven't done it.
For some guys, it's like the holy grail, and porn is definitely exacerbated that. And then there's some guys who are just kind of fucking mean, and I think they get off on that's more of like a degrading domination kind
well, that
of.
Agreed.
And then there's the closet homosexuals, of course.
I was the mean one.
There's three different kinds. There
back in the day, I was the angry at women, like mad that they always used to diss me. Finally got good looking, so I would just go savage on these chicks.
In the butt, or what does savage mean?
I just would try to fuck every single hole, just so if I saw them with their man, I'd be like, "Yup, I fucked every one of your holes."
Wow, you were angry.
Yeah, I got dissed for years, and I just was like, when I finally got skinny, I was mad for like 2 years.
Yeah,
it was 2 years of anger, and then I just got over it. I was just like, "All right, dude, like this isn't serving me. Like, calm down, bro."
Yeah, well, I'm glad you got over that.
So does anybody on Howard want a piece of you?
I don't know. I mean, from what the guy said when he called in that Howard said it was a good idea, and then I don't know anything else. I haven't listened to the radio for a while.
I can't get back on the fucking show, bro. They're like, "No, we're good."
What about if? Well, you were on there not so long ago, though, right?
I was on there 2-3 years ago.
Oh, maybe you and I should pitch a shooting dildos out of her ass bit.
Man,
that's how I got on there. Put M&Ms in my foreskin.
Double-headed one, and we see who wins.
Oh,
dildo in each ass.
Who gets it out first?
Dildo.
If I
can push it all the way in your ass.
Into me?
Yeah.
First one to push the dildo into the other person's ass completely.
Who will win? The plug over.
Plug of war. It's huge.
Why don't you guys do that for your show, man?
Yeah, no, that's
Fuck
more
giving it to Howard.
I know, right?
Like, yo, that's
That's a money show, yeah.
That's a great idea.
I'm sure Kevin would be into that.
Yeah, he's always into dildos in his ass. He's always asking me, when can I get more shit in my butt on the show, right?
He's like, one thing this show's missing, shit in my butt.
Right? That's what he says.
That's not gonna help, bro. You need to be pushing out with that shit.
Every show meeting.
Yeah. I have never met a more cock-hungry butthole.
Yeah.
It's like, this would be great, but what if I put it in my asshole?
Yeah. I mean, the whole butt challenge thing is really just for him. Like, I'm just like the soldier that goes, yeah, I'm the gay guy, but really, Kevin is the one that wants things in his ass.
Where did I put my pen?
Yeah.
Up Kevin's ass.
This SoundCloud rapper's bit would be great, but what if we played it out of the speaker coming out of my asshole?
That's been pitched. Hey guys, and then like all these pencils fall on the ground. I'm like, what the fuck? It's never ending with this guy. So yeah, we'll put a lot of stuff in your butt soon, okay?
All right.
Hey.
I'm awaiting with gaping butt.
There it is.
There it is.
It's gonna be a great contest. We're gonna win. So yeah, check out Baxi. He'll be on your show soon, Jude. I'm pretty sure because he's
He
huge.
will not be on my show. None of those motherfuckers. Did you pull up the Anne Frank mother? Have you seen that motherfucker?
No. Who's Anne Frank?
No, some fucking rapper with Anne Frank tattooed on his face.
Wait, did she write a book about
being in the Holocaust?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like being stuck in the attic. Look at this fucking. And I look at these two fucking dipshits. Look at these fucking.
No, wait, that's the
Lil
guy.
Xan.
Wait, he's got a machine gun in his hand?
Yeah.
How's that legal? How do you let him? You can't have a dude on the man.
And he's dissing Tupac too. That guy.
What? Who is?
The white boy.
How?
Oh, I remember. We talked about that, right? Didn't he say he's like better than him because he died or whatever or something?
I don't know, bro.
Is it?
We weren't dissing.
No, they weren't. No, they were
that was
not.
a whole different.
How does he not know that? I mean, I'm not a hip hop star. How does he not know that?
We were not this like.
No, they were bragging about how they grew up listening to the other guy.
Yeah. You actually had to know about that motherfucker.
Yeah.
'Cause if you didn't know, then you were like looked at as a poser.
Yeah.
He was like a bitch. Like, nah, bro. Like, how do you not know about Grandmaster Flash?
Right.
You said you like rap. Like, how do you know about? How do you not
These
know
guys
about
have no
Adidas with
respect
fat laces?
for their peers because their peers showed no respect. It's a trickle down.
I think it's also these cats too. They just rich. Not like it's like they didn't have to really work to get to this point. Like they were standing on shoulders of giants.
You think?
Yeah, man. Like dude. Like for him to be famous, Tupac had to work 10 times as hard to get fucking big than this motherfucker did.
Oh, okay, yeah. But I mean, don't you think he won't? I mean, he won't be around for as long though.
No,
I think.
no.
I mean, him bragging about Tupac is just like. Everybody's always said sort of stupid shit that are forgotten. How long will this dude last?
Probably 4 years. Like that's like 3-4 years is a rapper's life cycle.
Yeah, I mean this
Maybe.
It's different if it's a special guy, because it's special. It's easy to see that when it happens, and he ain't it.
I can tell you off the top of my head, mate. Like Drake,
Sure,
Lil Wayne,
sure.
Future. Fucking 2 Chainz.
Those guys are the best.
Those guys have at least endured time.
Okay.
So 4 out of how many rappers have come out that I can tell you off the top of my head.
Did you say Kendrick?
Kendrick Lamar is another one. Like
It's a short list.
the list is fucking it's this long, and rappers. I don't even take time. I don't even hate on the rappers just because
Time to.
it'd be like hating on a cloud. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna go away. Like, the cloud will fucking be gone while I'm talking shit about it. Like,
Right.
all right, fuck it.
Yeah, it just seems like this is a group of and if you really, like you said, not respectful to your elders. I mean, this is a whole group of people that all have the colored hair too thing, and they're all midgets. When they're all moved on, and the next big thing is here, they'll be fucked if they don't show any respect.
They'll be like, hey, they're all like, let's be non-conformists together.
Yeah, let's all be different in the exact same way.
Yeah, let's all fucking tattoo our face and color our hair. Like, they literally look like when I was little and I would get a hold of my sister's Barbie doll and ruin it.
Yeah.
That's what they look like.
Yeah.
Drawing on the face, fucking with the hair.
Yeah, and think about how old they are, because, I got Metallica down the side of my... I got some pretty bad... My first tattoos were bad, and they were all on my back and on my leg and stuff.
Yeah,
Imagine my second tattoo, and it was on my cheek.
Quiz that. I would love to quiz that guy on Anne Frank. I would just love to quiz that dude. I would love to give that guy a quiz on Anne Frank.
Yeah, the other thing...
In the Holocaust.
Just real quick on tattoos.
Just do Anne Frank or Paul Frank.
Yeah.
See if he gets it?
Yeah.
Who put that on him?
What a dipshit.
Well, look, you got to keep this in mind. There's people who come out nowadays who are entertainers who actually have skills, actors, writers, what have you, and some of them become very successful. Some of them make a lot of money, get very famous. There's also YouTube celebrities who do not a goddamn thing, but have some weird little flair that pops for a half a second. And so there's musicians who come out nowadays who have talent, have a plan, have paid a little bit of dues, sort of know what they're doing musically, and then these guys are essentially the YouTube rappers.
Yeah. And
There you go.
And
like,
they'll have
look,
the same lifespan as a YouTube star.
and here's the other
They
thing
just
is,
pop because they're weird and different and they got some silly flair and then it's over.
but the thing is they also have more of a platform and more ways to get money. You know, nowadays than before, so they can reach their small crowd, cake up, do all right, and move the fuck on.
So they just like once the big thing's over, they just keep their
Like the little white dude talking shit about Pac. He's got like 3 million followers on goddamn.
It's not gonna go away, huh?
I mean, I don't know how fucking. Yeah, he's got 3 million followers.
He went to rehab, right? He had to quit the Xanaxes, yeah. And then is he
2.9 million.
Did he get the Xanax tattoo take off his face, or does he still have that? His name is Xanax. Oh, he doesn't have Xan taken. It still has Xan on his face.
And look.
Well, he is not sure he's going to quit. He might go back to him.
And I don't know what his deal is.
It's too
I
early.
don't know if he's really I don't know if he's really a street cat. I don't know if he's really from the hood. I'm not gonna say just because he's a white dude that he hasn't like been through some shit. But goddamn, he don't look like he has.
Well, look, even if he has, play the song, cause
Actually, when I heard him spit, he's not bad. Like he
Stop it. Maybe it's just because
it's like he's not the worst.
he just looks like a toddler. It's crazy how big he is.
Yeah, he's like just like a young. He's just like he appeals to white girls.
Yeah.
Like, you're showing the white girls, and the thing is like, yo, he's not like the worst rapper ever. You know what I mean? Like, he's not original, but he's
Good for him.
Is that what it comes down to? Is like teenage girls want to jerk off to a guy that their dad would most hate them coming home with?
Has
Yeah.
always
And this
been
is-
that.
Right, and this is just what's left. Because if you came
Yeah.
home with like rock star guy, dad would be like, "Cool, dude, let me show you my Les Paul." You know,
Right.
It's got to be a guy who would still piss off your dad.
Yeah, I would be like,
Because that would be offensive.
I'd be bummed.
Yeah,
out.
you're bummed, right?
I'd be
I
like,
know.
man, really? Him? This motherfucker?
I know.
Yeah.
Right.
So good job, Xan. Well done.
Yeah.
Total anarchy. And the crazy shit is like I remember doing Xanax back in the day. Like I had a Xanax problem when I was in New York, and that was like in 04.
How does that work? How do they feel when you do too many?
I was calling them bootleg. I was doing bootleg speedballs where I would eat 2 Xan bars and drink a bunch of Red Bull. So I'd be like. The caffeine had had me up, but I'd be down and I'd kind of black out and just go nuts.
Yeah, wired and tired. I
Wow.
love that.
It was, and like I remember doing.
You're not selling it.
I remember doing them like up in the Bay around rappers, and they were just like, "What the fuck?" Like the Xanax hadn't even reached the black community yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, now 14 years later, every fucking rapper's on Xanax.
I don't
You
even
kind of got a point. It's pretty cool for rapping.
like what because you're just tired.
Yeah, and everything just feels kind of like fluid and.
I guess it's like, oh, see, I'm
A little wavy.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to say
I don't
that
know.
I've never done enough to get the.
When it's-
I only take them because I'm having a panic attack.
All
I've
I'm
never
saying
just,
is when it's time for drugs, look to white people. They'll set
For the good ones?
They just set the trends. They're the trendsetters.
are we?
Yeah,
Yeah, and if we don't find something really good, the CIA makes it for us.
straight up. Like we was on acid, we was on mushrooms, we was on ecstasy, we was doing all that shit before it got to the hood. I think hood beat us to PCP, maybe. Like that was it.
Touche. That was a good one.
Wait, when did it go PCP? Because
I don't know, it was
Crack and PCP was about the same
Like
time.
Sherm, like I don't know.
I thought the Beastie Boys originally called the Dust Brothers. Like their original recordings were just them on Angel Dust making crank calls.
All right, so maybe.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well,
So
then,
yeah, but that's New York. So
What about
that
weed?
could have bled. That could have bled from the
Mexicans.
Bronx.
Shout out to the Mexicans.
Yep,
I thought it was Jamaicans.
you did that shit, man.
Well, marijuana is definitely a Spanish word.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Nice. Nice
Yeah,
one, Mexicans.
Like the rap world is really late when it comes. I think cough syrup was the syrup. I credit to rappers.
Yeah, I can't think of. Yeah,
Heroin, jazz musicians, that was a black thing, but that was like the 50s and shit.
Yes.
But you don't. They invented doing heroin.
I'm just
you
saying,
don't think
they
got it from
kind of popularized that. They helped popularize that shit.
Okay, because help popularize and kick it off is two different things.
I don't know who kicked it. I mean, heroin's been around since like they had the opium wars. They
did, right?
Where the fucking Brits, the Chinese was like, hey, stop selling us this shit. And the Brits was like, no, we're finna have a war to keep selling you this shit.
Is that what the war was?
Yeah, bro. It was like, yeah, that was the war. Like,
But you love it.
No, we don't.
Pushing us away.
Come on, man. What's your problem?
Wait, who won that war?
The British did.
And then they won and then said, here you go, congratulations, you get more heroin.
Yeah, they just kept fucking slanging that shit on them.
They kind of fucking got rid of it though, right? Like, isn't China or is everyone there a junkie? Not really, right?
No.
They
kind of shake that stuff with the laws they made.
Yeah, I guess communism probably had played a part in that. Look, us white devils will be paying the price for the opium war soon enough. Trust me.
I mean, because
most
Americans
Americans don't know a whole lot about the opium wars. Average Chinese guy knows all too well.
Yeah, and we're all on fucking we're all on narcos and shit. It's the same deal.
Are you?
I gotta go to work.
Shade 45.
Real quick before you go, Jude.
I'm on Imodium? Nah. Why? What's wrong with Imodium?
If you take enough of it, it's like an opioid.
Pussy.
Someone told me to drink a gang of what was it? It was she said the Robitussin anti-cough. You can still get fucked up off of it.
You don't need that. You just need anti-diarrhea medication and a lot of it.
Look, this is another show that I don't want to be on.
All right, I'll leave.
So, no, I don't want to talk about how to get cheap drugs just in case somebody does it. You know?
You definitely don't want to buy Loperamide.
Loperamide.
Really, really bad. It's a bad time.
And why is it?
Get out of here, Dewey. You don't want to be part of this.
Yo, and then the commercial is the fat Russell Crowe drinking like.
Oh, that's his auction.
There you go.
His divorce auction.
Oh man, that's rough. He's got a fucking.
No, he's doing it. He's doing it by choice.
Yeah, he's kind of celebrating it, I think.
All right, yeah, he's paying off.
You know what? I don't know. I feel like that guy's kind of bummed out all the time. He might be in denial.
Yeah.
He might be broke too, and we don't know it.
Right? That's
It's
impossible.
easier to say I don't have to sell this stuff.
I'm just doing it for fun.
Yeah, he's lying, huh?
I'm not getting gutted for half my shit. This is just.
Well, his wife's there with him though.
They're doing it together.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, maybe,
Take his money, yeah.
And he's an actor too. He could just show. He could be acting. That
I'm sure his wife was great and acted her ass off and made tons of money off of fucking Gladiator.
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't matter how much money you have if you're going to get divorced and get into a half-type situation without a prenup.
See, Jude.
Nobody's got twice as much money.
Nobody's
living beneath half of their.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you can buy really cool shit.
Black leather wrist cuffs. Worn is Maximus the Gladiator.
Yep.
$1,000.
Well, they haven't started.
Estimated to 2,000.
They estimate that will get between. They could be wrong. It could be $5. It could be $50,000. That's just their guess. But yes, you could own those things.
The chariot.
Uh-huh.
Man, why does he have a chariot? I mean, when you Russell Crowe and you make Gladiator and it's the greatest movie of the year and everybody loves you, they probably sent him a bunch of shit to kiss his ass.
Yeah, we talked about this. You probably just walked around going, "Oh, it's pretty great. That's a great horse. What are you guys gonna do with that horse?"
I don't even.
And they go, "I don't know, Russ. I guess we could fucking pack it up and send it to you." Oh no,
I don't even.
Well, could you?
I think he got.
Fuck. Russ asked for 3 more horses. Jesus Christ, when will this be over?
Why wouldn't
he dies at the end of the movie, right? There's no way we're making a sequel. Send him the fucking horse.
Oh God, they would love to give him that.
Heavyweight champion, boxer of the world certificate. The pre-belt days when you got a diploma.
Wait, it's James Braddock's actual one?
So, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, and it's affordable as far as historic memorabilia goes.
Okay, well, I think it would kind of be fun then. But it is weird that he has it.
I can see why you would I can see why you would accumulate that stuff as you go. And I think that there are probably lots and lots of people who are associated studios, directors, producers who bend over backwards and want to shower him with some gift at the end of filming. But what are you going to give him? You can't give him money. You already gave him millions of dollars. You can give him a bottle of wine. No, you're going to give him some authentic, one-of-a-kind thing that's tied into the project you just did. It's easy to imagine how you... I mean, the prop horses are... I don't know why anybody would want those, but everything else makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
I get it.
You want to give it to him because he's a tremendous actor. 30-odd ounces of grunt guitars.
Yeah, the entire...
Oh, shit! Man, that is a lot of fucking guitars.
That's a lot of Gretches.
Man, he is letting go, huh? That is a lot. He's selling a lot of stuff.
Well, like I'm saying, maybe he has...
Wait, why is he selling cricket shit? Man, he's like, fuck everything.
Look, maybe he has lots and lots of money, but he has to give lots and lots of money to his wife, and maybe, you know, a couple $100,000 would help with the divorce settlement. You could be rich and still not have the money to come up with your divorce settlement.
I know, but Andrew's showing me stuff here where it's like super old collector's Australian cricket memorabilia. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you fucking had it in the first place, he wasn't in the movie Cricket anything.
He's just a fan.
He's a fan. He bought it all, and now he's just selling it. I mean, it's crazy all this shit that he's got that you just wouldn't have unless you were such a fan. He's got weird shit, man. Joe DiMaggio's baseball? What the fuck? He's Australian. Why does he...
He doesn't even know who Joe DiMaggio is.
Right? What the fuck?
But I bet we...
All these watches? Man, he is... Okay, he... I don't know if he's doing that well. This is wild.
There's a lot of stuff. We're at items... we're up to item 225 in this divorce celebration auction.
An average of a couple $1,000 an item. So he's going to make a good amount of cash.
I mean, if he... Maybe it's like a manager thing and there's always been this stuff that it goes in a room and he's never had... This is like the stuff that he never gave a fuck about. And somebody's like, this is all your shit that you don't give a fuck about. From the start. I mean, it went in the I don't give a fuck cellar.
Do you even know what's in your storage thing anymore?
Yeah, because that and then he could be like, well, I don't even know what that is anymore. So whatever's in there, you can sell it all.
Yeah.
I mean, none of it is photos of his children or anything. So
I don't even like cricket.
Right? Maybe Dennis
never cared for the game.
Maybe Joe DiMaggio sent him the balls, and Russell Crowe was like, I don't fucking know.
I swear, man, when I drive past those storage facilities, and we have tons and tons of them. Of course, they're everywhere, but we have tons and tons in LA because it's a city and people don't have quite as much space as, they would like to have. I think 95% of people who have storage rooms somewhere that's a losing money proposition. For what you fucking spend on that thing month after month after month, it would have been cheaper if you had just sold all the shit and then you bought it back when you actually needed it again.
Right.
I look at those things and I just see this is hundreds of people who are throwing money away for no reason.
Yep.
And I've done it myself, so I know of what I speak. If the shit's not good enough to go in your house, odds are you don't actually like it that much, and you certainly don't need it.
Yep.
Unless, there's isolated examples, but that's not the majority. Hey, Kevin, I was thinking of you this morning. If you, while you continue to consider whether or not you want to be part of the plug of war, I was wondering if you were interested in the, the condom challenge?
No, we've discussed that before.
What's a condom challenge?
It's when
Is it for charity?
Take a condom out and you snort it up your nose and
right.
pull it out your mouth.
But the thing is, now it's back.
Ow! Wait, the fucking ring bit that goes at the bottom of your dick, you pull that through your nose?
So you would snort the reservoir tip and then hold on to the...
Yeah, and then you'd floss your sinuses.
Oh, okay. Wait, so...
Yeah, I got enough problems going on with that, adding like a fucking condom sinus infection to it.
Wait, you can get a
you
condom...
Use a new one.
That's big of you, Michael. Because we had a bunch of old ones here we wanted you to use.
Waste not, want not.
Yeah, right.
I'm kind of done taunting fate when it comes to my health.
Oh, look at this guy. He's all stunted out.
I mean, there's just so much shit like I'm trying to deal with. I don't want to add anything in such a foolish manner.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I guess you just don't want to be a viral sensation all that bad.
I'll do it.
My whole body is a viral sensation.
It's a viral sensation that's closed the door on viral.
No, it's just full of viruses.
Oh.
Look at that lady doing it. She's having a great time.
Yeah, she is having fun. Wait,
looks like she's gonna be okay.
right?
Look at all these kids having the time of their
Man, that
lives.
guy is just the coolest.
Andrew,
Ow!
the whole thing through.
Oh, he pulled the ring through.
Andrew, can we find that guy's phone number? Because I'd really like to hang out with him.
Right?
That's a very cool.
He seems like the life of the party.
What do it at this point? I'm just a poser.
You're just trying to act like everybody else.
Yeah.
Kind of. Wait. There was a news report?
Yeah, this is hot.
Wait, we gotta stop it or that it's cool?
Fox News story yesterday, and I asked Kevin about it. He was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Did somebody die?
No, but it's taken over the Tide Pod challenge.
Take it.
So,
It's taken over.
It's the news.
The world.
It's like
Hey.
a Pod Challenge 2.0.
Like, I'm talking about rappers, and then they got dudes that are snorting rubbers. It's taking over. We got to do a news report. Parents, do you know that your kids are snorting condoms? It's the new thing. I can't wait till my kid goes, Dad,
Yeah.
look at this, and just hawks a rubber up his nose. I'll be like, wow, cool,
That's
man.
why I'll teach my kid not to use condoms.
Fuck it, you don't even need to use a fidget spinner anymore. This is way cooler, right?
This is way, way, way cooler. I saw where lots and lots of kids, guess Generation Z is what we're up to now.
I don't know what that. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you know.
I got you. I got you. Yeah, we're in a generation of Z's.
Yes, are bored with phones and bored with the internet.
Good.
And well, yes,
Except what?
except
They love murder now. Because how's this got a bad spin on it?
because it doesn't mean that they're not using their phone
Oh.
constantly. It's
Oh.
just so boring.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you say, kids at Dad's birthday party just staring at their phone. They weren't enjoying themselves,
No.
but they're also not going to stop. In
Yeah.
a way, this is just like shit. I think it's so funny now how quickly it became dated. Bruce Springsteen had a song. What was it, 57 channels and nothing on? And the idea was, oh my god, that is so many goddamn channels, and I'm still bored. Like 57 channels. It's a joke. You can't even get a basic cable package that has that few channels. So, in our day, we flipped through television and went, this all sucks. I'm so bored.
Yeah.
Now, kids do it with their phones. That's
Yeah.
the bottom line.
Yeah, man. I remember one of the most painful things that I had to exist through was boredom.
Yeah.
Boredom of elderly people having conversations.
Hate them.
Yeah, being in a room with people, older people,
Wisdom my ass.
functions, with all you fucking old people fucking wanking on about old shit. Why don't you talk about politics or the weather? Do you know how fucking embarrassingly lame you are? The weather,
I
really?
was just wondering, who did you run into the other day?
Yeah. Let me watch my mother ask how the fucking weather is this up. You got to be joking me. People are absolute morons. I'm so bored. I'm about to stab myself in the face. I'll make stupid comments like that. This is the most boring thing. I'll do anything besides this. This is so bad. It's aching. I have a headache from how bored I am. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Well, kids are still just as bored. They're just bored doing different shit.
Yeah. Wow, that's mind-boggling. Mind-boggling.
I was really bored too. It's funny because I can kind of, and I obviously from what you just said, you can too. I could kind of tell you two different stories of my adolescence. On one hand, I was pretty fucking busy. Like I went to a high school in a different state from the one in which I lived, so I was going back and forth a lot, and I was active in shit there, and like I had girlfriends and stuff like that. And I was a lead singer in a rock band that actually had like shows and some shit going on.
Yeah.
And yet, I was so fucking bored.
Oh, yeah. No,
all the time.
well,
I just smoked weed and stared at the TV and just everything sucked.
No, I'll jump back in with my extreme boredom of wanting to stab myself in the face. At the same time, I was skateboarding like from sun up till sundown, and somehow like mixed in all this other shit in my life where I went to work and shit. But yeah, it fucking sucked. Everybody was the worst.
Where did I find time to be so bored?
Right? Like it must have been every time I stopped doing something for 3 seconds,
I
just went, oh! I'm in hell with this boredom.
Yeah, must have been. By the way, that the Canelo Triple G rematch officially canceled. Canelo still blaming it on
The meat.
dodgy asada.
No, I can't. Yeah, the asada makes me go wild. That's all I know. Wait, this guy.
Damn these authentic Mexican tacos.
They're so good though.
Just from my love of street meat.
I know. It's just the coach tells me to stop, and I'm like, look, I'm running past the street meat.
I know.
I gotta stop and grab a snack. They're giving me free street meat over here. I'm Canelo. They're like,
Canelo.
street meat, and I take it.
Right. Once they confirm that I'm not Irish, they let me have everything. So there I am.
Which does take a while.
There I am boxing.
Showing my birth certificate.
The scent wafts into the gym like
Yeah.
a Looney Tunes
Yep.
cartoon, and it just goes
He
right
goes
up my
wild.
nose, and
Yep.
I just tiptoe out.
Straight up the nose and into the gulp.
Yeah.
Sammy, welcome to the show.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. What's up?
Good. Wasn't Russell Crowe a owner or part owner of a cricket team?
No, rugby team.
Rugby.
Yeah.
Yeah, he also forgot about that. No longer cares. Those guys are also for sale.
It's true.
They are relieved to get out of his basement.
They've been in there drinking and fighting for like 15 years.
Just headbutting. Everybody has cauliflower ear.
Apparently they're the best team the world's ever seen, because that's all they've been doing.
Yeah, except the world's never seen them.
No, they're very, very pasty. Not too good in the sun.
No, they're more of a dope team. We got a thing to do that sort of ties into what we were just talking to Jude about. Maybe we'll do that after this.
Maybe.
Folder I put on your desktop.
Yeah, I do.
So there should be 2 of each of the 5 I pulled, and so I've got 2 songs from each of them as well.
Okay.
And I would say, just with how the sound some of them make, having Kevin in is helpful to comment as well.
Kevin's always helpful. All right. And I'll see, depending on when we get through that, if there's an organic way to do the cool guys over 60, otherwise we'll just do news. There's not a ton of news, but obviously I won't really get it in the last hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just might be a weird transition.
You want to do the live read here, Jason?
How long have I got?
4.5 minutes.
You see the video of Khabib and fucking what's his name, cutting weight on the treadmill together?
I haven't seen that one yet. How big did Khabib look?
Khabib looks just railed as shit.
Like super
Sunken
thin?
in.
Like Uriah sunken? I always thought he was
Already.
one of the.
He looks like that now.
Maybe he was
He's got like
eating
a beard, had a beard and a sweatsuit on, and he's talking about how easy it's gonna be or whatever, and what's his name? One person over. There's a guy in between them, and he's running. And he doesn't look like he's
Is it
anywhere near
Max?
Yeah, anywhere
Because
near.
Max just got there
Yeah, he just looks
late
like a
last
dude
night.
warming up, and this dude's in full sweatsuit, fucking sunken in under his beard, like he's
I always,
already cut.
yeah, I always thought Uriah looked like a skull, like just cheeks sunken ridiculously
Yeah.
when he would cut to 135.
A week out, you're doing the cut. That tells me that's hard.
And Brown tore his ACL,
I
so
know.
that fight with Condit's off as well. So we can do the SoundCloud rappers here. I'd say with the noises that they make, having Kevin in is good too.
Can Will be in, or is he doing other shit?
Will, do you want to come in for the SoundCloud rappers? Yeah, so everybody.
This music shit is good for Will.
He'll be out here, we'll all be out here for the live read and then we'll come in.
Okay. Got a fucking coffee this morning. Katie was not waking up, so I just ordered a coffee, and I didn't have it until I got here. And I swear to God, you know when you have those protein shakes, the thickness of it?
Mm-hmm.
I just had a sip, and I was like, it's in my mouth, I can't spit it back in the can, but I'm like, I thought it was like coffee with a little bit of milk in it, but it tasted, I swallowed it, and I was like, oh my God, was that off, or is it supposed to be, but it's like, thick. And I just,
It's heavy.
right?
New World Vanilla.
But it tastes like a protein shake. Like the what's
Is
the
it like
word?
a condensed milk thing?
It's like thick, like
Yeah.
custody.
Yeah, well, 18% of your saturated fat from this that's 37 grams of sugar. That's the thing. These canned ones always have so much goddamn sugar.
It's not even coffee.
No, I know. The Japanese people are really into those. They have cans of shit, and I can't speak, I can't read Japanese. So it's like, I know one of these is just coffee and milk, but every other one of them is a fucking sugar.
It's like it's got the custard in it or something.
Yeah, those are gross.
How do you know it's time to switch to Dish? If your TV bill was an unpleasant surprise this month and last month and the month before, it might be time to switch to Dish. If you'd like to spend more time enjoying your favorite TV and less time on the phone with your cable company, it might be time to switch to Dish. That's because Dish is different. With the 2-year price guarantee, free installation and hands-free TV, they've been ranked #1 in customer service nationally by J.D. Power and their customers. With recognition like that, it's a better time than ever to switch to Dish! Dish! Turn it to you! To learn more, call 1-844-CALL-DISH or go to dish.com or visit a local retailer near you. For JD Power Award information, visit jdpower.com. Requires credit qualification, 24 months commitment, early termination fee, e-auto pay. Taxes and surcharges not included. Other restrictions apply. For full details, 1-844-CALL-DISH. Yeah!
Pussy, dude. No, I do. Okay. Yeah, no, I actually fucking, I eat a lot.
You rest your mustache on there, obviously.
I've been there. I can never do the open mouth policy.
You say you get right in there.
Yeah, right in there.
Do you lick her at all, or are you just tongue-darting her in the vagina?
Pretty much just tongue done.
Two women in New Jersey are charged with driving drunk.
Hell yeah. Wait, at the same time?
Real drunk. Kind of.
That's awesome.
Apparently,
But they were both fighting at the steering wheel and you...
One was using the gas pedals and the other one was steering, right?
they're very
Oh.
tiny. They're like Smurf sized. And they were drunk.
Were they two midgets wearing like a really long trench coat?
Hey, Andrew, your mic's on out there.
Well, they were driving the same car, but not at the same time. They told police they were attempting to find out which of them was less drunk
Oh, God.
so that she could drive. I think you would say it ended up being a tie, as each of them...
It sounds like a wash to me.
Each of them smashed into two parked cars each.
Oh, fuck.
Boy.
Wait, man, don't you just... The first time you hit the car, everyone
Go,
just
go,
sort of...
baby.
you bolt.
Yeah, you would.
Well,
You
Everybody
at
bolts.
the very least, if we're trying to figure out who's less drunk, once I hit a car, it's your turn.
Yeah,
No,
not,
no, no,
not a second time, right?
But
Yeah, right. So somebody hit and she was like, wait. I might not be that wasted.
Over.
Then she hit again and was like, okay, fuck, you try.
You're right. That's exactly what happened.
Or-
Yeah, it's your turn. Okay. Oops, hit a car. Wait, you got a do-over. I get one too.
yeah, no, or perhaps you use something less harmful, like so you can throw a peanut into a cup or something. You don't have to get behind the wheel.
Yeah,
They
but
didn't
throwing...
have any peanuts.
What's
Oh,
throwing
well,
peanuts
gotta
into a
drive.
cup got to do with driving drunk, Will?
I don't know.
That's what I would have said if I was the drunk lady.
I think just about any other plan would have been better.
What part of Jersey is that? I might know those chicks.
So this was in. I
They probably
believe-
listen.
This was in Hoboken, just outside of New York City, not too far from
Oh my
where I
God.
grew up.
Was it
Town
Tiffany and Beatrice?
One of the women was from Virginia. I'm guessing she was visiting her friend, who is a native of Newark. And they were not only were they in Hoboken, they were in school zone. So
Oh,
man.
boy.
it's especially bad.
Aw.
I say school zones shouldn't count when it's dark.
I
Do they
agree.
count?
I agree, Michael. Because seriously, you're not going to school at nighttime.
No, wait, don't
If
they?
I'm selling weed in front of a school
No.
At
at
nighttime,
9 p.m., what the hell does
Yeah.
this have to do with children?
yeah, you're in the wrong place if you're the kid. You shouldn't be here, little
School's
boy.
over.
Yeah.
It opens up a whole new market.
Yeah, school is kryptonite after school hours.
It's really a waste of space after school hours, and somebody needs to think about marketing, selling drugs at night there. Because especially now marijuana's legal, we could sell marijuana at school. Think about it. They have desks. They have like places where you can line up. People love to line up at school.
They
If
do.
you are a prostitute who's thinking about working like a hot for teacher kind of angle, what better place?
Yeah, and there's a
Sexy library.
there's a gymnasium, so you can use all the mats there.
Oh God. Just hose it down when you're done.
Oh, please.
There's a shower.
Please. Yeah.
Okay, I had this. I was going to do it for news, but I wanted to tell you about this story too. In Los Angeles, there's this whole story about this poor rapper who's been, a victim of the system, and the cops are always mean to him. And
Is that Meek Mill?
I'm not
That's
going to.
Philly, but nice reference.
Oh, I'm down with the streets.
I'm not going to mention this guy's name because he's a dick.
Oh.
Anyway, he was filming a video in Hollywood, and the rapper's black, the manager's white. The manager held a gun to his head in the video, and some unknown passerby called the cops, and the cops came while they were shooting their video and handcuffed the rapper. There's something about it just doesn't seem real to me.
You're saying it's a setup.
You're saying somebody walking past called the cops in Hollywood?
Yes. That never happens.
Who goes for walks?
No. That never happens. Nobody ever calls the cops in Hollywood, first of all.
Were they given a fake citation?
I'm thinking it's like I don't know, maybe somebody involved with their crew maybe called the cops so they could get that on film,
That sounds like a concerned citizen.
I didn't know that cops showed up when you said that.
Well, that's the thing. I
thought they were just like, well, I'll call you back in half an hour. If he's still trying to shoot the guy, we'll come over.
Yeah, no, this is what the story says. It says there's only a matter of minutes before 7.
And then they call you at like 10 o'clock at night. Yeah. Is he still trying to shoot that guy?
He's still almost dead.
Now, 7 undercover LAPD officers arrived with their guns drawn. They, told them, hey, put down your weapons, put down your stuff. And they handcuffed everybody until they could check everybody out.
Yeah.
The rapper says a whole bunch of cops came, like excessive 12 to 13 cop cars, shotguns, helicopters. It was kind of weird that it happened like that. They didn't know what we were doing at the time. I really had to tell them.
Is this DJ Paris Hilton?
No. But, so, here's a guy saying, first of all, that the cops showed up quickly. How does he know when the phone call happened?
Ooh.
Well, it probably happened.
Got him!
When the guy
Right
put a
after the gun,
to his head. That's probably what he's guessing.
Were they filming legally? Is that in part of the story? Or was it just like on the street?
Did they have a license to do this?
Were they human?
Is this guy a little permit?
A little permit, yeah. He
Ooh,
says,
that's a sweet rapper, man. Little permit goes anywhere he wants.
So he has like a coverall tattoo on his face of a permit that says I can do whatever I want.
His face is covered in laminates.
This dick is zoned to fuck your mom.
Oh wow, you want him to show up to your house because he's got a permit, so he's fucking her, and there's nothing you can there's nothing you can do about it.
Wow. So
Little permit is banging your mom. Bummer.
So he's using the opportunity to, number one, get him on video in real handcuffs.
Oh,
and
wait,
then
as opposed to the fake handcuffs. Okay.
And then number 2, dog the police, And so he says they were...
Dare Lil Permit exploit this opportunity for free publicity.
They were super quick, and that's kind of weird, because I live in the hood. They take their time to come. Ironic that a white guy has a gun to a black guy's head and they show up in 20 seconds. What does that sentence mean?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, it kind of disproves his argument.
Exactly. And
it's a well-known fact that the Hollywood cops turn a blind eye to black people murdering white people.
Everybody knows that.
I've been trying to shake that image for years.
Yeah, that's my biggest fear.
They don't. He goes on to say,
it's so unfair.
It really is, and I'm at it. I walk the streets in fear every night.
He goes on to say they don't know what was going on, but they came instantly and was ready to act.
Yeah.
That's a glowing review of the LAPD, in my opinion. They showed up with appropriate force enough to do the job, and they showed up quickly and ready to act.
Yes, Will, agreed.
This has really put a burr in your saddle, Will.
It has, because the way the article was written was like, see how everybody's trying to keep him down all the time. They had a gun that obviously, I would guess, that they had taken off the orange cap.
Do we know who this person is?
Gun. Yeah, I do.
Do I?
Is he a well-known rapper?
I have no idea.
Does he have Lil in his name?
No, there's
is
no
he black
Lil.
or what?
It's a black guy.
Is his name
Is he Mexican?
Correctly?
My guess. Anyway.
Yeah, I gave up.
Just had to...
I'm gonna uncrumple that piece of paper when you're not looking at it.
Well, the fact that he was filming a music video probably makes him a little bit more popular than all the SoundCloud rappers I've been listening to over the past week.
Oh, you love those.
Yes.
Hey, he fucking segued though, guys. I don't know if you caught that because it was such a nice one. It was almost uncatchable.
Mark it
Andrew.
down. I'll take that as a win.
I love the SoundCloud rappers.
Yeah, I don't know how kids are listening on
Why do you
SoundCloud,
say that?
but they are.
Hey, come on, to be fair,
Can I just do my bit? Will?
I tossed you the ball,
You're
man.
fucking ruining it.
I set you up for a spike. Come on.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
So you don't know how kids are listening on SoundCloud?
It just seems like it's not an easy app on your phone. I don't know.
It's my mom.
It's like a huge thing for kids. And I feel like as the youngest person here, I should somewhat know what it is, but I would never listen to music on SoundCloud. I only use the SiriusXM app.
Get out.
But
It's such a nice segue, and then all that.
Jason, somehow you found this Bexy Swan guy last week. I don't know how you stumbled upon him.
Because I was trying to do stuff for Ellis, the podcast that doesn't involve this show. So yeah, I was deep lost in Bexy Swan because I was like, this guy's so dumb, I don't want to bring him up on my show. But yeah, he became more and more entertaining as I grew to realize that there's a bunch of dudes that are on there that are full of shit, I think, but still somebody listens to them.
Yeah, so this dude, Bexy Swan, 21 years old, British kid, he got big because he toured with Lil Peep before Lil Peep died.
Oh, okay, I think I knew that. And Lil Peep, I was not familiar with Lil Peep. Which one's that?
That totally puts it into context for me.
He has he OD'd.
He has a face tattoo as well?
2 months ago, yeah.
White guy. Okay, I remember. Yeah, right. So, and he was big? He was popular.
He was very, very big.
And
he was getting big.
And he was bringing this guy with him.
Right, he was opening for him. He got in, this guy, Bexy Swan, got in a little bit of controversy because after Lil Peep died, he posted a Snapchat video of Lil Peep sleeping, which some people took as like a death video of Lil Peep. It wasn't. It was just him sleeping. He had caused a big kerfuffle. And,
a big what?
Kerfuffle?
All the kids are using that language.
I feel like that's a word. I got a good vocab.
It's word adjacent.
What's the right word?
Did you load a new slang program?
Oh, I do this with a lot of words.
It's just weird when a rapper does a big kerfuckle.
But I pulled 2 of Bexy Swan's songs for you to listen to. I guess what we're going to try to figure out here is, will any of these guys make a massive mainstream hit?
Will any of us in this room
You can
be able? How can we tell?
Andrew's actually really good at this stuff.
I like one of the
Oh,
rappers.
like you mean if he likes it, then it probably. Oh, good point.
Because he likes shitty stuff.
Yeah.
Shitty stuff's
Wow.
popular.
Yeah. You're. Fuck. I just realized whatever he says is the go on this. We're gonna. If I say it sucks, it doesn't mean anything.
Well, he can go last.
Whisperer.
He can tell us if we're right or not.
All right, so I definitely have 2 of these rappers I think will be big.
Am I playing this?
You're going to play. It's on the games page far right. You've got 2 songs by Bexy Swan. First is called Off the Radar.
Fucking.
I hope he sounds British.
Bexy Swan.
That's insane, right?
Rap?
That's good. Yeah, that's terrible, and it will be huge. He's like the Justin Bieber of pretend rap.
Isn't there already one of those?
See, I don't think that one was done, put together well enough. I say this is too messy to be a big hit. Maybe he'll have something bigger and tighter later on, but right now this sounds like shit.
It's very bedroomy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think it's gonna be good. It's bedroomy.
See, you're going on you hate it. You're going on you hate it so much it's gonna be good.
Yes.
So you're really not even trying to evaluate it?
No, I am. I think it's hypnotizing, and I think all the kids, they're doing all the heroin, and they're snorting condoms, and they're listening to this.
That's a good angle.
Eating Tide Pods.
Is he wearing a bicycle chain around his neck, or is that thing like looped into each of his ear holes?
No, it's around his neck.
He's got the contact lenses that the Limp Bizkit guy had.
Yeah, you're not supposed to bring that up because these kids don't know that Limp Bizkit existed.
Oh, yeah.
I stole me eyes from Limp Bizkit, I did.
It's also weird
He
that
fucking sounds... Finally, Kevin's stupid English accent is on point.
Yes!
Because this is so... To make him sound like that is so funny.
I was friends with Lil Peep. I snapped his corpse, I did.
the second song is called Horoscope. I don't think that first one's going to get huge, but it's also weird. These guys don't have like websites. They've just got social media and SoundCloud and Snapchat, but they're not saying like it's hard to find where these guys are going to be performing unless they just like tweet out a link to like, hey, I'll be in Pasadena.
Yeah, but it looks like it's packed when he does it.
Yeah, but like Lil Peep had everything set up. But like
Okay.
a guy like this who isn't going out on tour himself yet, I just wonder how kids discover him.
That's actually brilliant because one element that's been missing from music for a decade is any kind of mystery, and the fact that you might have to search to find where the guy's playing makes it way cooler.
Oh fuck! It is. So you think this next one's good?
If he gets
Andrew?
a hook,
I don't.
He'll
I
be
don't
good.
think Bexy Swan is going to translate to an American audience.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that's the.
You're saying this is too British?
That's the death
I
sentence.
don't think it's good. I don't
That
like it.
super heavy British accent. Yeah.
I'm gonna need to hear another song from Bexy.
Here we go. Man, it's all over for everybody. He's pretty painful, but I think that one is going to be a bigger hit for him than the other one. And I would say this guy has no chance in hell in making it. But then if I look at 69 Gun Guy, I go...
He's got 5.
He's got a fucking chance, man. Because I don't... Out of all the 5 hits right now that are on the Billboard charts, I don't know any of those guys from the 69 Guy. I don't know any of them.
They all need attention.
And I've heard them. They're terrible.
I feel like this guy's ceiling is just being like the British version of this.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, not a lot of the American dirtbags are actually going to get their shit together and get visas to go work in England. This is going to be the guy that kids there have to make do.
And you know what? And vice versa. He ain't going to get the fucking passport to come over here. He's just going to be like doing a bunch of pills and selling some weird shit and doing his little gimmick jokes. Because he couldn't come here. Someone's going to fuck him up.
That's true. So next up is...
He's too gay. He's too gay for hip-hop. Hip-hop hate that thing.
He's like a 12-year-old blonde kid.
He looks
gotten really gay.
I know. Okay. Well then... Okay.
He reminds me of when I was in high school. We had like a computer lab that had one little recording studio element in it, and every now and again I'd go in there and I'd find out that some kid in my school like secretly wanted to be a musician, had been making little recordings in there by himself.
Yeah.
Like, listen to this, so and so gay.
It doesn't appear that there's a ton of like female rappers.
You guys, gather around.
Listen, you think you hate this guy now? Wait till you hear this song.
Man, kids are brutal.
I never actually did that. I did find a recording of one of those kids had recorded a heartfelt rendition of the Cheers theme song.
Holy shit!
You have to tell people.
I never
that.
told anybody about that. It hurt too much.
Next up is Asian Doll.
Yeah. Okay, I'm listening.
Oh. Yeah.
What?
Ah,
She's 14?
she's serving trout.
What?
Back in the day, she was 14. She's like recapping her life.
Now, what part of Asia is she from?
She's 15.
I don't know. Look at the lamp in the background of the photo, and well, looks like
So she's at Kat Von D's house.
it's why she dressed up like the Wendy's hamburger lady.
I didn't think it was that good, but I did think it was way better than Bexy Swan.
She's at least rapping.
I think she's going to win an Oscar in 15 years.
So that was Queen of Nightmares, her first song. She's on tour now. She's the only artist that I saw that had a full-on tour. She's playing the Roxy in a couple weeks.
I mean, she's at least rapping, but that was very boring.
That was
There was nothing
so
special about
Maybe this song's going to be way better,
She's
you guys.
doing boring singing,
mid-level.
Yeah, watch this. Oh, shit. All you need is a little bass. Oh! And saying that weird shit.
Skirt.
This is way bigger. Oh my god, she's bling as well. I fucking love this.
Stank.
Yeah, this is
She-
huge.
It sounds like I remember when I was a kid for Christmas, my little sister got like one of those echoing electronic microphones.
Yeah.
And if it sounds like when she got that, opened it, flipped all the sweatings on, and just started making noises into it. Like that's the beginning of that song was just a nightmare to me.
It's gonna be huge.
So that was
I'm
the
going to repeat. She's going to win an Oscar in 15 years.
that song was Lame N-Bomb, and yeah, I thought that was good.
Wait, that's the name of the
I'm
song?
the only person that
Lame
hates this. I mean,
and
I really
Bob.
think
I
it's mediocre at the best, and I mean, something either has to be really shitty or really great to break through, and that is
There are some
not.
Lil Kim, Remy Ma comparisons, Cardi B with her.
Because she is a female rapper.
Yeah, and she's cuter than Cardi B, so that means she has a chance, because I don't think Cardi B has anything, and she's fucking gigantic.
I think it's far more terrible than you're giving her credit for, Will.
I think it's just so overplayed shit.
Yeah, I'm with Tully. It's really, yeah, I think it's got something. It's hideous, and it's going to be something great.
Well, somebody that's pretty hideous would be the next guy, who is Trippie Redd.
Why is he hideous?
He's an 18-year-old from Canton, Ohio. His sound is compared to that of Marilyn Manson because they're from the same hometown and they're very dark.
Wait, where's he from?
Canton, Ohio.
And does he do rock music?
No, he raps.
Why is it like Marilyn Manson?
Because
they're from the same
Yeah,
town.
it was a really forced comparison by Complex Magazine.
We'll be the judge of that.
First song, Uka Uka.
Uka Nuba.
Man, I feel like you.
This guy's going to be massive. This is one of the worst, most annoying things I've ever heard in my life.
No.
So therefore, he will be gigantic.
Yeah, I think this guy's the total package. Wow.
He's done songs with Ray Shrummer, the big rap group that's out now. But his second song is called Love Scars, and I don't really think it improves much on the first one.
Oh!
Oh,
So
fuck.
fruity.
I wish you could buy stock in these guys, and then it pays dividends
I'm selling.
He's huge.
if they make money.
This guy is going to be looking at his tattooed fingers 30 years from now thinking, God, I was so stupid.
Nah, there's no way he will ever get smarter than he is right now.
And he won't live that long, right?
No, come on now. You think that guy's gonna like? It's gonna like all just like the light's gonna flick on? Yeah. Nah, man, that's gonna be.
He's gonna think,
he's gonna die.
Lil 14.
He'll die sooner or he'll live for a long time. But either way, he'll stay the same mindset. He'll add to that fucking finger tattoo.
Hard to see your finger tattoos when they're stuck inside your John's butt.
I'm looking for this guy is terrible, and just but not terrible in a good way.
And you don't think he's going to make it?
I say no to him.
See, I think he's not going to be the biggest guy, but he's a part of the face tattoo dyed dreadlock team.
He looks like Lil Pump
and he does the mumble, and he's got the big boom, and he knows people, and he goes on tour. He's not going to be the biggest, but this is a Cottonmouth King career he's got going here.
I feel like the rap hip hop gimmicks have a very short.
That's what I was gonna say.
And like, aren't we kind of nearing the expiration date with this stuff already?
We have to be.
That's what I said about nu metal.
We know about this.
I know, right?
It's still the dominant form of radio.
Because what's next that's gonna take over it?
It's nobody knows.
Well, it can't be. There's nothing. The kids aren't into better. They're into shit, and it's already here.
No, but okay. For example, somebody could come out and just be super clean cut guy, and that might take over. But
that's like Macklemore.
But that's not for a long. That's not for a long time.
First of all, kids have an attention span of 10 seconds, and then in hip hop,
yeah, but these guys, and all their managers won't, and all their Instagram and all their followers won't make it. They won't go away. They stay. They're gonna like procrastinate and hang out and linger in your children's lives, whether you like it or not.
Trippy Red is forever in this game.
Yep. Well, this next guy,
I mean, the game is still going to show your kids his cock. You know what I mean? Like, let alone these new little guys, they're all going to linger.
This dude's name is Smoke Perp. Not kidding.
Oh my lord!
This guy trying to talk shit. Evan, you think we sound like a bunch of old hens? What?
Do you like this music?
And it is stupid. Oh, you sound like a hen.
You gotta watch what you say and how you say it to Will, man.
And guess what? I am old.
There it is, Evan. You blew it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you sound fresh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Will's angry.
And not in the cool way.
Don't get me in a kerfuffle.
Yeah, these are the future.
Yeah,
I know,
so this
right?
guy,
I agree, Will. You know what I mean? Like,
good word.
You just sunk the shot. Like, no, dude. We became older than, like, everybody else in radio.
But the fact that
Jason
you guys
Elsher
don't
heard
know
he's got a
that
pretty
word.
hip kerfuffle.
You don't know that word. You said it wrong.
I said it close enough to being right.
Wait, you didn't even say it right?
I missed a letter. Allegedly.
That's called not saying it right.
I didn't put an L where I should have.
I don't care. Don't put it.
Instead of kerfluffle.
Put kerfluffle in your show.
You'll be using it later.
I will not.
Smoke Perp is next. He is a Miami native, and describing him and his rapping style, he was a producer, then got bored, so he started rapping.
Do his eyes ever open?
Alan Parsons did the same thing.
Big Bucks is this song.
All right, that's cool. I can't wait. They're gonna excel. I mean, he's gonna excel. You can tell because he's got like I do a lot of drugs face, so you know he's not faking it.
Oh, he's a producer though, so you know his
He gets
beats
all
are
the
gonna
money.
Be great.
Those beats were great.
Those beats were good.
They were.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, I think everybody with the English kid's gonna be huge.
His last song is called Phone.
Everything.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
What shirt's he wearing, Jason?
Yeah, I know. Wait, who did that?
No,
That was the guy.
the trap.
They did that?
Yeah.
Man, how can you all do that? That's somebody else's shit. Man, people have no respect. That's Birdman shit, man. Now you're Oprah. You can't Oprah. Fucking somebody else did it.
Once
There's
you
no
jack-
fucking dignity, man. Everyone just rips everybody.
Once you jack auto-tuning off a Cher, I don't think you're too worried about...
T-Pain paved the way.
I know, right? That was crazy that people thought T-Pain invented that.
But, like, I mean, Birdman was the first guy to go... Because he's a bird.
No, you do a better one.
Yeah, that's
great.
way better.
So, like, I don't know, has he ever called anybody out? Like, dude, I do the... Because I'm a bird.
I'm
You're not a
Birdman.
bird.
Yeah, no, none of you.
Stole my shit.
None of you are called Bird.
Yeah.
How do you get the proof? It doesn't make any sense how you all get... I'm fucking dogweed. Right? No. You're a dogweed. You don't get to do that. You got to do some fucking woof.
Like, has there ever been a rapper that just like, in the background is like, yeah, oh, Slim Shady. Like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Another guy already, he claimed that.
Right?
Stank.
Yeah, why doesn't everybody just start doing that?
I guess it's just fucking free reign. You steal whatever the fuck you want, even if it doesn't make sense.
The last guy that we have is called Lil Skies. He's 19 years old. He grew up in a Pennsylvania like small town called Waynesboro.
Oh man.
And he's got 3 of the top 20 most streamed songs on SoundCloud. He's opening shows for Lil Vert. And like Rolling Stone has written about this dude. I think he's going to be huge. His first song is called Nowawdays.
Man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
That will do. That he's got a musical hook. It sounds good. That will work.
And that's like that other song. What's that? If we could turn back time to when our mamas burped us. Kids love being reminded of being babies because they're babies. It's really hot right now. I swear to God.
I shit my pants.
Really.
His last song is called Red Roses. If you want to play.
When my mama burped us is probably one of the coolest songs I've ever heard.
I hear that song. It's fucking huge.
When my mama burped us. Is
We have
such a
purpose.
fucking...
Does it rhyme with purpose?
I mean, I know it's too late, but man, that is the greatest video ever. Music video where you're just reminiscing on getting burped.
Did you just see that guy getting burped by
Like,
some giant chick?
Yeah, well, no. What about? I mean, what about if your homie burps you? Like, it's just a video of constant burpees. You know what I mean? Like everybody's giving everybody burpees.
And then on the next shot, he's on his back getting his diaper changed by one of his homies.
There you go.
Definitely getting your ass wiped by a homie.
That's the next trend. Let's start the burping each other internet.
Yeah, like
fad.
6ix9ine face guys, just like on somebody's lap getting a burpee before the gig.
Yeah.
None of you. I got 5.
There you go.
So okay, Sky. Wait.
Red Roses is the last song by Lil Skies.
I tell you what's funny is everybody's still trying to be a fucking skateboarder in hip hop. That's the one thing they're all still doing.
I noticed that. I
Dick
noticed
swingers?
the Thrasher shirt,
Yeah,
Metallica
everybody's on that
shirt.
shit.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah, thrash kind of just transcended. Like, I saw people in Japan that were rocking lots of Thrasher stuff. And they did not look like they escaped to me.
Yeah. I mean, that guy had a Metallica t-shirt on. It's on for everybody. I'd kind of be into that if they were really, instead of wearing the t-shirt, if somebody that was in like a new musician, like a hip-hop guy that was just all about listening to all different kinds of music all the time so that he could help blend it and make some new music that we never heard before. But it just seems like most of them wear them like Kim Kardashian wears them. Like, it's just like, wear that. It's almost, because it doesn't fit, I'll wear it. You know? So, like, I couldn't tell you who the fuck they are. I just know that if I wear it, it pisses somebody off.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody that I know is wearing this, so I'll wear it. Exactly. You know, if they had something, in my opinion, if they just spoke the truth instead of trying to make up bullshit, like I got all the drugs and stacks of cash bullshit. I mean, I think that transcends the genre and what the genre started out to be in the first place.
Seems like they like that Logic kid. He seems like he works hard too. It's not my cup of tea, but he seems like he's a hard-working entertainer. You know, and is working on his craft, not maybe spending, you know what I mean, like 48 hours on a couch, in and out of consciousness.
Just got divorced last week.
Well, you're into him. Huh?
It was like TMZ breaking news.
Oh,
Logic.
Is he that big?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the first time I'd ever even heard of him.
Well, we talked about him.
Before that.
We talked about him because he was the one with that suicide song that got so big and over the past summer.
Oh.
And he played that one, the Grammys, and maybe another place.
Is he married to somebody I'm also not aware of?
No, I think he was married to a
model.
normal lady,
Yeah.
and now he's so famous he has to leave her.
Pictures of her look cute.
Yeah, but he's famous.
And look, man, when you get married and you're 24 or something, and you're super famous, it's, good luck.
Right.
But it was also interesting when we talked about Logic and that suicide song. There were a lot of people calling in, tweeting that were like, "Man, that's his recent stuff. You should listen to his early stuff. It's so much better."
I mean, I heard a lot of it this morning, and like I said, he's talented. It's not my cup of tea. So it's like you can't send me a track that's going to blow my mind if I'm just not into that genre of music. I heard it. I could like I just said, you can tell he works hard on his craft. He's good at what he does. It's just not what I'm into at all. I'm opposite, actually. But he seems good, and I do remember a lot of people saying hey, it's good. I might have been shitting on him because I do the sarcastic thing on the radio. But he is, that guy sounds like, and I could tell a lot of fans mean a lot. It meant a lot to them on a far more personal level, and it seemed like he was inspiring children and kids, young adults or whatever. I know that sounds like I'm sounding like an old person by saying that, but for me, I had dark influences and positive influences, and they all, you can't have all dark guys and girls. It's not a good idea. You don't want to aspire to just be dark for the rest of your life, because you can do it. If I remember thinking, being metal and being dark is cool, and I aspire to be dark 24 hours a day. Fuck yeah, man! Woo, achieved it. And then I was like, oh no. So you got to get a little positive in you. So I think that dude is douchey, but he's good.
Like, do you hear differences if you heard him rap versus Macklemore? It's easy,
But Macklemore's more basic. I don't want to see. To me, he's a little bit more basic. He just
cheesy, corny.
I don't want to say no. His rhymes are not as technical. They're just fundamental, normal rhyme schemes, and nothing that tricky and nothing that complex, and really basic words that anybody can understand. You don't have to think about it too much. You know what I mean? To me, there's no mystery to it. There's no no intricacies, because every now and then if it takes time for me to understand what this person's saying, I'm like, God damn, that's so much deeper than I had to put it. And if the story says more as well, to me, I'm like, I get your common sense picture. I get it. I'm not shitting on that dude. I'm just saying, and I get why he would be popular, because popular people can understand everything he's saying.
He dumbs it down for us.
Well, I don't think he's dumbing it down. I think he's doing it the way he's doing it.
Just trying to nail you down on
I like dumb music, and I always try to find it all right, Logic and Macklemore.
So you're being mean to yourself. It's not dumb. It's just basic.
Yeah, I interchange those words.
Basic is not a bad thing.
Why don't you like basic music?
I like basic music.
Because it's dumb.
I like some basic music, but I like basic.
But like country music,
I like basic
country pop. Pretty basic. Like this, the story's not super intricate.
I'm embarrassingly basic at all my music. Actually, I'm a basic metal guy, like super basic mainstream. I'm super basic mainstream classic rock. I'm not fucking cool at all.
But like Stuffed Crust Dude, his music. Pretty basic.
Okay, that's another level of.
It's a different thing, man.
Yeah, that's not even a. He knows that.
Yeah,
he probably.
Who doesn't?
He probably plays songs to his wife that are cool. But he's making pop songs. He's like, what would you all like? And I have a knack of it. So here's another one that you will all enjoy.
And that's fair enough.
Yes, it is. I'm not shitting on it. I'm just the reality of
But
it.
I mean, like with that guy that called in and said we sound like old ladies goofing on the music,
we are.
When like Wu-Tang or Nas came out, I could get people that were, older being like, oh yeah, this music isn't for me. But I don't think they heard Wu-Tang or Nas for the first time and belly laughed at it.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. And also,
like even my dad growing up, like when '90s hip hop, like Dre and Snoop and Ice Cube and like stuff like that started coming out. My dad was the biggest hip hop fan.
Yeah, it's been around for fucking 40 years. Like, just because I didn't grow up in Compton doesn't mean I don't know, like, what hip hop is, what people sound like when they're good or they're bad at rhyming, because I listen to a lot of it. And you suck! Like, I have, what? Oh, you're going bold, so your opinion doesn't count. It would be different if I didn't pay attention to any of the shit that's going on. I know, I'm into it. I know who all these people are, and they suck. And all the people around them tell you that. There's a couple of good ones, and everybody knows the good ones.
And also,
then there's the gimmick ones.
Everybody in this room has some understanding of music, except for Andrew.
Yeah, I wouldn't put myself there.
And can appreciate things that are of high quality, even if they aren't your particular interest. So, I'm not speaking as an old man. I'm speaking as somebody who knows music and knows the music industry.
Yep. Yeah, no, I reckon out of anybody here, you would know. You know the music industry. You've been in it your whole life.
I also feel like there's a certain point. There's the shit that's popular right now, and then the cream of that crop passes into the pantheon of like the classic acts. And it's been a while now since I've been shitting on new bands, and I still haven't noticed one that I shit on hard that has passed into the everybody ignore. It wasn't like I was like, fuck Godsmack, this is fucking third-rate Alice in Chains, and 25 years later it's like, a lot of people shit on them at the time. Like, who got shit on at the time? I understand. Queen. A lot of people were like, because they weren't a conventional rock band, 'cause they were like fruity in a weird way, and they would do like, music hall kinds of shit. Like, they weren't always the coolest rock band. Well, history has judged them worthy. I still haven't been wrong about one of these people who I thought was a fucking joke that now all generations agree, no, that's one of the great acts of all time.
But, like, would Foo Fighters fit underneath that? Because I think people generally think of their music at the time a little silly, but they're going to be there forever.
But that doesn't
Wait, people
count.
think Foo Fighters are silly?
That doesn't count because of the heritage of the band. So you can't use them as an example.
Yeah, I think at most they were judged, by comparison to Nirvana.
That's probably still the closest one to where I've just always considered them a band that's really good at writing decent radio songs and not much more than that. And I think that they are, like, they're Rock and Roll Hall of Famers, which I still don't feel like the material is really up to that level. But
no.
I'm wrong. There's a perfect example of where I have been wrong. My opinion versus the general consensus of people with a half.
Yeah, but I don't really think you were telling me that was the worst band ever or anything.
Right.
No, they're sort of like generic. I feel like they're like Kings of Leon or kind of a similar thing. And we're like, yeah, okay, I get it. Put it on the radio, no big deal. And it's like, no, Kings of Leon are fucking perennial superstars. Right. Like, ooh, okay, well,
easy.
Yeah, but if the Kings of Leon singer had come out of a game-changing band, then that might be a different situation. But I mean,
I'm gonna here's a good test. I think like the kid in college with the poster on the wall. Like, the kid has the Bob Marley poster, has the Jimi Hendrix poster. Is there still a kid 10 years from now that's got Dave Grohl fronting the Foo Fighters on his wall of a college room?
Maybe.
Is Kings of Leon in that conversation?
Green Day?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely Green Day, for sure. 100%.
But, like, I'm just going to say it. I am an old hen, and I totally agree with that. A, we shit on music because it's funny, and I think people do miss that a lot of times. We're just fucking taking pot shots. But B, I also believe Lil Xan sucks dick. Is a kid that's going to have a Lil Xan poster who wasn't born when Lil Xan came out? Is somebody going to have that on the wall of their college dorm room? I say no. History will judge if I'm wrong or right.
Yep.
I'm right.
History has spoken.
You mentioned Logic and his high-profile divorce. Another one, of course, in the news. Channing Tatum.
Oh no!
I know.
You hear that, lady?
Andrew? No.
Andrew shaking his head. Yes.
Damn,
That wasn't a button, right?
Jenham, Dudum, Tatum are all back on the market.
Man.
All right.
What'd you call him?
Single in L.A. Got to compete with that dude.
They call him that?
Who? Other than you, who?
Oh, wait. So nobody calls him that.
Andrew is in his mind.
It's your one. It's your one.
Andrew goes to little meetings every Monday night where they all talk about celebrities and they all call him C-Tates, and that's it.
Okay.
If him and Rob Gronkowski are in the same room, does the Earth explode?
Oh my God, Andrew!
Andrew pulled up an Urban Dictionary listing for C-Tates
That he clearly put there.
Yeah, you wrote this.
Man, who's gayer, you or me, Andrew?
The example is, did you see C-Tates on Ellen? He was totally hot.
Your pants explode? I've never said that about anything, huh?
Yeah,
but you're
those guys.
A-Rod.
The next time we're at the Hard Rock, do you want us to get the guys from the Magic Mike show on the show? Do you want an exclusive interview with Magic Mike? No, it's going to be the Hard Rock equivalent.
It's going to be the real deal. What McConaughey pretended to be.
I think if Channing Tatum met myself and Andrew at a party and hung out with us, I think he would be more inclined to be friends with me. Andrew, what do you think about that?
Yeah, that's why you lose.
Oh wow! I know Channing Tatum. I've met him a bunch of times. He'd be talking to you, Kevin.
Man. Yeah, exactly. Andrew would totally creep him out.
Yeah. Yeah. I go to a thing every year where he's at, and if you were there saying that, there's no security, but we would call the police, and you'd be taken out of the room.
When it comes out of your dick, it's not called sweat.
Yeah, exactly.
Pardon me, C-Tates. I have to go dry off,
Yes.
but let's continue our friendship afterwards.
Definitely. C-Tates is going to work for sure.
See, I think Channing Tatum's the man, and I think he would like to play Mario Kart with me.
Oh, wait.
What do you think about that?
See, wait, you're going to ask him to play video games?
I probably wouldn't lead with that.
Right.
Okay, so Ryan Gosling or C-Tates, who is the ultimate road trip with, Andrew?
You keep saying he can dance. What does that do for you exactly?
So if you guys were friends, would you just be like, hey, C-Tates, dance for me?
Ryan Gosling just made that La La Land movie where he danced all over the place.
Who would you rather ass fuck? Channing Tatum or Ryan Gosling?
Woo! Come on, he's gayer than me. It's not fair.
Okay, yeah, no doubt.
I wouldn't say that. I don't want to fuck either one of them.
Yeah, no, he's in love with a man.
Yeah, like he wants to mind fuck them.
Yeah.
See, I think Ryan Gosling is a really good actor, but I don't know if I would be friends with him.
Wait,
You think you'd be friends with him, Andrew?
that's a weird thing that you don't think you'd be friends with him, but you'd be friends with C-Tates.
Yeah. I feel like he's more my speed.
Okay.
I think I'd
These are both super gay answers to these questions.
I think I would rather be friends with Ryan Gosling, but sodomize.
I mean, you may as well.
The opposite of Andrew.
That's no gayer than both of your answers. Seriously. You think you fucking connect with it.
One of my best friends looks exactly like Ryan Gosling.
How's he in bed?
He could pass for Ryan Gosling
Think
for
he'd let
sure.
Andrew butt fuck him?
Yeah. and the whole time say he's Ryan Gosling?
I don't think so.
I'm Ryan Gosling. That's great.
Give it to me, Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling demands more anal.
Fill Ryan Gosling up.
Yep.
Oh God.
Gosling approved. He just has to say that at the end of it, and everything's okay.
Big thumbs up.
Yeah, big look back, thumbs up. Gosling approved.
Hat cocked to the side.
Andrew's happy.
It's not the only thing that's getting cocked.
It's a weird thing to be into all those mainstream people and really love hot guys in a boner way. You know, like, I can't believe how cool Chad Reed is, but he's never made my pants do anything.
Five on one.
I wish there was a way
Yeah.
we could put
I know
like
what
a,
you're shooting for.
Skin on skin.
I wish we could put a device on Andrew's head that would like project a movie of like his biggest.
I know, right?
I
I
know.
would love to see how it plays out. Like,
I think
Tatum cracks a silly joke.
I
and
think
it's
he-
like, oh.
I think he constantly plays basketball with all the people that he looks up to, and he dunks on them, and his pants are off, and he starts skull fucking them.
Okay,
I think he's just hanging from the rim, getting blown by different celebrities after a dunk constantly.
No, it's like
Oh, George Clooney,
it's in
throwing me.
It's in
To blow me.
It's in the clouds, and Ryan Gosling comes in riding a unicorn, a real muscly unicorn, and they just take it from there. They'll do rope. What do you speed skate? What do you do?
CrossFit.
CrossFit. They'll do CrossFit together, work up a sweat,
road ski fit. What is it again? Holy shit, you're an athlete, Will.
get all sweaty.
You don't know the words CrossFit. Those were stumbling over you. You're like, wait, what is it again? Those things you do when you exercise to stay alive.
Ski aerobics.
Yeah.
Muscle aerobics.
Jogging. Look at asshole. Hey, I guess I'll take a break.
Yeah,
We got a lot of stuff to do.
we do.
That's good. Still get that picture up.
Oh, there it
Yeah, I got your. I understand the value of doing it live, and I figured it. If I wasn't able to immediately figure out what it was, and we're going to rejoin the tools. Where is this?
At YouTube.
Here?
Yeah.
California.
Yeah, I immediately thought it was LA YouTube. Great. I mean, this is a person who has a very, he thinks YouTube is like the shit. I mean, there are plenty who think like, oh, Series 6 is the shit, or the show's the shit. I mean,
Yeah, we have a lot of small and regular drills with our security. They're all crazy police. And they run us through like different scenarios like this, like an active shooter or something. Yeah.
Jason, something to be mindful of.
Huh?
Just coming back.
It's pretty interesting working with all of them.
You know, it's a little bit, but not.
Like the heads of your SWAT teams and stuff.
Well, that was just Max. Yeah, that's
Sank it in already, right?
yeah,
Fucking, that's a week and a half out.
that's nuts.
You got a guy that got a phone call like 5 days ago, and he's 185 pounds, and he's not cutting as much as the guy next to him who's been ready for 6 months.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So what's going on?
Active shooter at YouTube just south of San Francisco.
At YouTube,
Yeah,
like in there.
at their headquarters.
Well, it's way better than school.
Yeah, there's some school that was on lockdown.
Maybe if everybody at YouTube had guns, this guy would be stopped already.
Frisky people.
Maybe if that guy's gun had a gun, the gun could have shot a gun out that turned around and shot that guy's
Ooh.
gun out of his hands.
We gotta get more guns that have guns on the end of them.
Yeah, that fired tiny little guns.
And shoot even smaller guns.
then only guns would kill guns.
Congress legalized sex censorship? What does that mean? No idea. It sounds like a misleading headline to me. I don't know.
I mean, is that kind of in relation to those YouTube or the Craigslist ads and not allowing sex trafficking? You know, prostitution ads on social media services or whatever.
That Grindr one's pretty gnarly too.
Got my email. It really only has one thing on there, and I specifically say something at the end of the story.
You want it from the start?
Wait, no, it's just photographs. It's just a page that's got photographs. Oh no, that is just about a second in case we do something with it. Also, it's in Google. See if that's got a bunch of pictures and okay. Just after I say any pictures.
Yep.
Uh, 2.5 minutes.
How long should I go on?
You grab us one, Will?
What?
You grab us a salsa?
Yeah.
Is it this blue pan?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
So just go for as long as I can, Tully.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Do you have any idea about the YouTube thing?
Not really.
I should mention
You said we should?
I would.
I think we should make a cursory mention of it.
Yeah, so
Just
when
being
he
aware
plays
of
the
it.
intro, I'll just say what we know and then we'll move on.
Alright.
Do you shoot anybody?
Seems like it.
Like a lot of people? No idea.
Sort of an idea.
Fuck. That's a lot now, right?
Yeah.
Like the most in a year or in a short period.
It
kinda.
keeps happening more and more, closer together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just seems like it.
Yeah.
Real quick, the big breaking news of the moment, as some people I'm sure are already aware of, a shooting has been reported at the headquarters of YouTube up in the San Francisco Bay Area. This is the police say on Twitter, we are responding to an active shooter. Please stay away from the area. At least one person is reported to have been shot on a patio there where people eat. I also just saw a thing on the TV about they use the plural patients being taken to an emergency room. So that's about all I know.
So, at the business of YouTube, there's a restaurant and someone got shot at the restaurant?
Well, there's probably some sort of commissary
Cafeteria
kind of thing.
So there's a person allegedly in YouTube shooting people?
Yes, at YouTube headquarters, yes.
Is YouTube a place that has security?
I would imagine so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how much security they have.
Don't they? But I'm saying when they have security, is it an armed security at YouTube?
I wouldn't know. I mean, if you get to broadcast television and networks, those guys would have armed security. It just depends. It depends on the organization and all.
YouTube's pretty big. You think they would, right?
I would certainly assume so. I would be surprised if the answer were no, but I don't know. ABC 7 Eyewitness News says, I think that's the San Francisco affiliate, says that Stanford Healthcare says it is treating 4 to 5 patients from the shooting currently. No word on their conditions, and obviously we don't know if there are or will be any fatalities inside.
Man, so but nobody knows anymore. You don't say one guy, two guys, people. Who is it? A bad guy? Or
it's just
no
now
idea.
Happening. So
But I mean, people are in hospital. They'd know what happened.
Well, they could know what happened to them, but in a lot of cases, there's a lot of confusion on, how many shooters are there.
And I'm sure that they're more focused on the doctors treating those people than those people talking to reporters.
Right.
So
as long as they're not
they're getting the word from the hospital, not from the people themselves.
So is there helicopters over the top of it and shit?
Yeah, of course.
Is he in? So it's inside that's happening, obviously.
I can read you the entire report. I'm getting this from CNN.com. The city of San Bruno received multiple 911 calls from YouTube headquarters with callers reporting shots fired. The city manager, Connie Jackson, told CNN the city has responded with a massive police and fire response. The police say on Twitter, we're responding to an active shooter. Please stay away from the Cherry Ave and Bay Hill Drive. One YouTube employee said people were trying to get out of the building as fast as they could. She said she was on a conference call and her boss, who heard shots, told her at least one person was shot on the patio where people eat. We were all suddenly aware of a lot of noises, of sounds, people running outside of the room where she was, and people screaming, said the employee who was in a building down the street. I have to get out of here, the woman said. The colleague said overhead video from a CNN affiliate showed a heavy police presence outside the YouTube building. A crowd of people gathered outside the building and one by one were frisked and patted down by officers. Several roadways near the building were closed to traffic. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives will help investigate the incident, according to the agency's San Francisco office. Developing story, more to come.
Man.
It says the shooter's a woman. The LA Times is reporting.
I mean, people. It's a lot of. Seems like a lot of people are shooting a lot of people lately in America. More than usual. Or,
I think
not just more group.
Yeah,
shootings?
mass shootings. I think that's statistically correct.
Is it? We can find
that
out.
That it has been building. I think starting probably with Columbine, it's continued to grow.
I thought I had heard somewhere less shootings on average, but more fatalities on average.
Well, it also depends on how you view a mass shooting.
Right.
They statistically, I think, call it 3 or more people.
Looks like they got her. They shot her in the chest. Right? Woman down.
Female suspect shot in chest, reports TMZ. Handgun found near body.
They're getting this off of the police audio, or police radio. So
Gotcha.
That would seem to be pretty reliable.
Man.
It's an interesting thing because when you talk about, gun violence, you're really kind of talking about two different things. One is, fuck you, I'm going to get my gun and shoot you because you and I have some sort of personal issue. And then there's for some reason, I think it's a good idea for me to walk into an area and shoot people indiscriminately.
Right, just off just totally off the cuff with no information. That's what I would guess is happening here. Is like someone had a problem with someone else and decided to shoot them.
But
who knows? I don't know. But with that many,
but like Tully
patients
said,
from the hospital?
what is the where I get more than one person thing? You know, like, because that tells me if someone does me wrong, like the guy, the police guy that came in the other day that said it's in everybody.
Right.
So somebody does something so bad to you that you shoot them. But if I get a gun and I go to a public place to shoot more than one person, the world has done me an injustice to the point where I'm coming at you.
That's what you think for sure. That's what's in your head is, yeah, the world has fucked me over in such a way that...
Otherwise, how could you shoot an innocent person?
Right.
You've blacked out and you're like, everybody in the world has wronged me. It seems like more people have come to that conclusion lately, and I don't think it's because the world's got harder or easier. I just think maybe it's because people have seen other people do it.
Yeah, and I also think we do have an issue with mental health in this country, and I don't know what the cause of it is or anything else.
Well,
but
right. They say that there's that thing where everybody has a number in their head, like rioting. Everybody has a point at which they would riot, but like you might only need to see. You might be the guy who's like, "Fuck that, let's trash the place." Well, your number is 0, and you might be the guy who's, "Well, that guy's trashing the place. That's an awesome idea." Some people need to see 100 other people looting before they go, well, fuck. Yeah, I guess we're looting today. Sounds great. And they say everybody really has a pretty specific number, and you'll never know what it is until the shit goes down, and you will just find out in the moment. There might well be something to be said for the more these things happen, the more crazy people go, yeah, that's not so crazy.
Yeah.
And also, maybe it's in the way that these things are reported, you know? I mean, news organizations, and there was parents of a shooting victim had started this thing where they, you know, urged news organizations not to say the name of the shooter. Because, you know, a lot of people in their mind were trying to look for some sort of, you know, making an impact, get my name out there kind of thing in some crazy way. So I think it's the way it's reported. If it's glorified or sensationalized, that's a lot different than fuck that guy. And here's what you need to know for people that are on the scene or families of the people or whatever.
Authorities do not believe this was an act of terrorism. Instead, appears to have been a case of domestic or workplace violence, although the investigation has just begun. Well, tell me something.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed to me that mass shootings in America weren't really a thing that happened, and then it became a punchline in the 80s for people to shoot up post offices.
Yep.
Literally the phrase going postal.
Right.
What was that? I mean, okay, there's always... Okay, when people talk about fake news, it's usually not made up shit. It's just what you choose to focus on.
Right.
So, and that's why most of the news that's in mainstream media is true. It's just the shit that they choose to focus on.
Or the way they focus on.
Or the way they focus on, or the shit that they omit, right? So it's true. It's just selective truth. Were there not more... Did the media just latch on to post office shootings? Had they always been a thing before that? Were there lots of other shootings going on, but for some for some reason people found post office shootings particularly interesting or hilarious?
No.
I feel like they weren't a phenomenon in American culture until that started happening in the 80s.
No, the term going postal at the time wasn't a funny thing. It meant, actually fucking shooting people. And and there were just a couple of high-profile cases where a post office employee had shot people within the post office, and that's where that came from.
But do you remember a lot of workplace shootings of indiscriminate people before the post office shootings?
Well, look, we also live in a time where we know things instantly. We know far more than we would have.
It's people boiling over and raging at the government.
At the government?
Yeah, I feel like going postal is your way, the most basic brain of getting back at the government. Like, you went in there and not because that...
Well, these were employees of the post office.
Employees. They were pissed off at the post office.
And at the time...
Every time it was?
Well, I know, just these high-profile cases that caused the term going postal.
That was the cliche of it.
I think at the time they were talking about how monotonous the work was. Now we have computers and stuff that handle a lot of stuff, but at the time, you'd go just sort by the postal code or sort by the street address or zone, and you just sit there letter after letter after letter after letter doing this monotonous shit.
Until there became only one answer.
Yeah, well, to some people,
To
I
some
guess.
crazy people, yeah.
That's kind of like the government made your job so shit you went crazy.
I don't even. I know the government has a association with the post office, but they don't like straight up own the post office, right?
But don't we see it as that?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I've always seen it as
yeah,
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm the common man.
Yeah, and I think it's a federal crime to assault a letter carrier. So
right, and they're very mean too. And I always felt that they were very mean because their job sucked.
Well, you know what you said, but that's interesting. You should say that because you think the same thing about the DMV.
Well, see,
yeah, and once again, I think the same thing. I think their job sucks so bad that they're mean to me.
No. I think that they're really mean to you because it's harder to get fired from a government.
That's what I think too. I think that your job is secure, so you don't have to be nice.
That's the cliche is. And that's always the argument against communism is the entire world, well, one of the many arguments is the entire world would be like the post office and the DMV. A bunch of people who are like, fuck you have a problem with it? Now you're last in line. Fuck off.
Right.
Try to get me fired. If you have a couple of years to pursue that and anybody actually gives a shit.
Okay.
And you've been battle hardened by all the angry people that approach your window.
And it doesn't seem to work as good because you're not, the whole thing doesn't work as good because you're not driven to make an effort at your job.
Exactly. And that's why a lot of times people get mixed up when we talk about politics. People saying, oh, you don't want the government to help with X, Y, or Z. They go, no, I would love the government to help with X, Y, or Z if the government was capable of such a thing. But have you ever been to the DMV? Have you ever been to the post office? Why would I throw my tax dollars when even if they're trying to do something I want them to do, we all know they can never accomplish it because the government can't do anything right.
Yeah.
That's also a stripe of conservatism.
Right.
A completely legitimate one.
Right. Totally.
I'm not sure what you said, Will, but you brought heat. Jack, Jack, welcome to the show.
How you doing, Jason?
Hey. What's up?
Hey. Oh, basically, I was saying, if you look back through history, though, these kinds of shootings or violent incidences have been happening throughout history. I mean, granted, now it's real easy to get a weapon where you can kill a lot of people quicker, but the word to run amok, or the term to run amok, came from Indonesia, where people, and they still do this, they grab a knife or a sword, and they run down the streets stabbing as many people as they can until someone gets them. And that thing's kind of throughout all our cultures.
I think we can all agree that they've happened throughout history. The question is, have they been happening more frequently? Like mass shootings.
I think we televise it more, but yeah, we've had some real drastic mass shootings. And guns, I'm a gun guy, but guns
can barely tell.
Make it easier than opposed to if you had to actually run after someone with a knife or a sword. But they just did a thing where in Britain, in London, there were more murders now than in New York.
True.
If you compare the cities, I mean, you could throw the population into New York and it wouldn't even hit the side.
That's right.
And I mean...
Why is that again? Thanks for the call. Why is that again that the everyone's stabbing everybody in England? Because you brought up for a second that there was because of the mixed races or something going on.
I forget who said that. I think it was Dinko who said that. The populations of London and New York are like essentially the same. The population of England and America is different, but London and New York have the there's a lot of stabbing deaths.
Yeah, why? What? Is there any thing? Because that's a point. Like if everyone's stabbing everybody over there, because it is way harder. That England's like Australia. Having guns is way harder to get. It's a way fucking bigger deal to be walking around with one. So everybody's stabbing everybody there. And to me, the guy bringing up the whole, like in Asia, people go berserk, man. People snap. I saw a documentary the other day in New York City, how fucked up New York City was at a time before I was around. The actual city was a piece of shit. Like, it was just murder, and it was hell. Police just went there to arrest people from doing crimes on each other. That's what it looked like. And then they built like a city there and made rich people move there and made it a thing. There's like mob ties and all this other weird shit that I don't read. I just do documentaries. It's better that way. But I forgot what I was saying.
About the stabbings and
why do they keep? Because, I mean, it's obvious to me now that people just snap because for whatever reason, no matter what time or what era we're in, and if you make it harder for him, because the guy goes crazy and he comes down the road with the samurai sword until somebody gets him. I'm almost at this point now where I feel like BJ was right. Americans are different. Americans really want their guns and they don't want you to take them away. And if it has to be that when somebody goes crazy, they gun down more people than they would have with a sword, then Americans are they're willing to live with that.
Apparently. I mean, because that's what we are doing. We're willing to sacrifice some people in order to keep that right.
Because you got the argument of people go crazy all the time, they stab people. I mean, look at England, they're stabbing people. And I'm like, okay, let's take away all the guns. Would all those people, everybody that was going to do something, they're all going to go kill somebody some other way. Right? Because they're on a mission.
Yeah, but the argument against that would be maybe not as many people.
What about if they did bombs? What about if they drove cars?
Well, I know.
I've been in it enough and hung out with enough people now where I used to think that Australians and Americans were the same. So I'm like, I look like a white guy. I look like you. How can it be any different? Mm-hmm. I like titties and motos and jumps, but it's different. I grew up. Nobody told me that my father didn't say no one's going to take your fucking guns from you, dude. Remember that. Mm-hmm. Because it wasn't driven into him because we didn't really care because we didn't need to. There was no Second Amendment that we live by. There's no story of if we didn't have the guns, we wouldn't be here. And watch out for the robbers and the murderers because we've got to defend ourselves with guns. No one ever fucking told me that because it wasn't true where I lived. And in America, it's different. People can grow up and be told that without them, you're fucked. And that it's your God-given right. Once again, there was no God in Australia. No, there was no God-given anything. My father never told me to get that. Nobody gave me anything, and there was no rights to anybody. You just played the game, and if you got lucky, you got lucky. If you didn't, suck a dick. I think it made it way easier. But now being here long enough and knowing a lot of American soldiers and people that have been there and still go to, fight for the country. I talk to those people. I had a conversation with somebody the other day where I could just tell it's nothing personal, man. It's not like I don't want. Obviously, people get it twisted, like the left with you trying to kill kids. Nobody wants kids to die, man. Like when you say that, you've gone too far. But when people want their guns, when somebody wants a gun, you're a murderer of children. You're a fucking idiot. But Americans were born with their guns. They're born to keep them. They're supposed to. That's who they are. It's like telling a Jewish guy to take the beanie off. He doesn't want to. That's how he was raised.
Hey, that's fair enough.
We deal with it.
But I just wish that number one, you'd be able to have this conversation with people, about anything. Just throwing out ideas without. Left side or right side getting super fucking bent out of shape about shit and just not having a conversation. I wish people that are way smarter than me would get together and figure out how do we stop people going into schools, people doing all this shit and killing other people.
What I just said was okay for you, but I bet you it really pissed off several other people. Of course
it did.
That in turn would say something that wasn't even about the subject anymore.
Right.
It would be like that one thing that I used, like you're a killing baby. Like you tell a dude that who his father and his father before him said that it's your fucking right to have this gun, and then he's a father. And you call him a child murderer? How are you supposed to have a rational conversation after you call a parent a child murderer because he wants to own his gun?
But that happens on both sides, of course.
No, I know. Then you both. No, I'm saying as soon as it's everything's so touchy that you only get heat back. You never get like what you and I are doing right now. I wasn't paying attention, but I'm sure I already said a couple of things there that wasn't right to everybody.
Yeah, probably everybody is pissed at you now on both sides. and people talk about, well, why don't you have a smaller magazine and all that kind of shit. And really, the Second Amendment was put there because, in theory, we need to be able to defend ourselves against the government if it becomes a tyranny.
And the other thing in my short time with guns in America is the laws are made by people who... The gun laws are made by people who don't own guns. So when they do laws to try to make guns safer, it's done by some mum who's pissed at guns or a government official who doesn't know guns.
Doesn't understand them at all.
So not only did you not solve the problem, but you just pissed off a gun owner because the gun owner knows that what you did didn't stop anything from whatever your main... The reason you did it was to save lives. But when you're a gun owner, you know that this new law didn't fucking do anything. It just made my fucking gun fucked. And there's still 6 other guns that you can get on the market that are just as brutal. Then you make the gun owner angrier and less willing to comply with more laws. Because that's the other thing I've noticed from outside. I'm innocent in this, man. Everybody should have their... I'm not angry at anyone for it. And I really did think at one point, being from where I came from, where they took my guns away. I was young enough, but it was there. My father was a gun owner of many illegal guns and was like, fuck! I remember the news. Fuck! Everyone's fuck! We're taking fucking guns in now. Cunts are taking our guns. I'm like, what? What's going on? Fucking they're taking our guns, Jay! Big deal. Everyone's pissed about it. And then everybody got over it and nobody had handguns but tons of people had hunting guns and you went hunting. So I didn't see the big deal, but after hanging out with, like I said, a lot of military and a lot of people that grew up, like I'm starting to understand people's parents. When you're 20 and you meet another dude, you don't think about parents and how they were raised. Now I know people and I look at how, listen to my accent, man. I've been living here for fucking 30 years. Why do I sound like a fucking foreigner? Because I was raised to sound like this. Right. So it must be very hard for certain people to want to change their ways. And when the more I have talked to people, the more I realize how serious it is, that Second Amendment, that it's your right to own a gun in America if you're an American, and I respect that. But there's, like I said, I think the only way it could really work if there was somebody who was like, look, it is a little out of control in all kinds of manners, but it needs to be a serious gun person that really knows, like, these are the things that could make things more dangerous. These are things, like, if you change this, we can still get around it this way, and they can still get around it this way. These are the only things that you need, or making it harder to get crazy people that go crazy. Make it harder for them to get it. Now I'm going to piss people off.
No, but you're right. It should be people who know guns that has any effect on gun law. But there's such a heavy, immediate, huge reaction to anyone saying the word gun or the government be involved with the word gun that nobody's willing to have a reasonable conversation about it. And maybe it's not the guns, maybe it's mental health, maybe it's something else, but maybe it's a protection, whatever it is. Smarter people who know about all of this shit should figure this out so we don't have to have days like today all the time.
Do you have any info on why everybody's stabbing everybody in England?
So there's a couple different leaders in London that have said gangs are using online platforms to glamorize violence, and so disputes between young people are escalating within minutes at a rate that they haven't seen before.
Because they've already talked internet shit and met. Well, to me, once again, this is another country that's different. I think England is not Australian, it's not America, and I think if you look at the past of English people, they really do love the group mentality, stabbing each other to death thing. I mean, they love killing each other at soccer games, they always have. And now, and when you tell me that they're not giving the youth things to do, I mean, I think for hundreds of years, English people have liked to get in a big group and kill each other. That's what they do. So it's tough out there.
Yeah, there's not a lot of money for arts, sports, things like that keep kids involved in stuff outside of just their school hours.
Well, but also have a bit of a larger perspective. I don't know what the trends are. Well, okay, I guess I do know what the trends are, that murders have been slowly but surely going up in England. Like, for example, the New York numbers. Now, we all know one murder is one murder too many, but there's drastically less murders in New York than there were in the 90s.
Right.
So you can say, well, why are people killing each other in New York? Well, because they don't have this, they don't have that. But the overall scope of things is that they're doing a good job of limiting murder in New York City.
Also, when you look at, like, there have only been 47 murders in London this year.
Right.
Like,
That's nothing. I'm cool with that.
Like, it still sounds awful, but, like...
You could walk around London all day and all night going, stab me. Somebody fucking stab me. And the
I don't
odds are
think
you will never die.
I don't think you could find one local that would do that for $1 million. But yeah, sure.
No,
Tully.
but I've walked around London at all hours of the night and never been in fear of anything.
Dude, 47 people, you're saying this year, 2018?
Yep.
So what kind of...
One of those are teens or below 25.
What kind of pace are we? You said they barely even count as people. What kind of pace are we on?
New York's just below that.
So a couple hundred people out of like 10 to 30 million, depending on how you want to look at it. Come on, you're never going to eliminate murder altogether.
Right. Yeah.
Sounds like we're doing a great job.
Sounds like those guys had it coming too. Like they're like, I'll fucking meet you there on the fucking internet. I'll fucking stab you, cunt. And then they meet each other. And they stab each other. Problem solved.
Yeah. All I'm really concerned about.
Like if I was on there and he's like, I'll fucking meet you and I'll stab you. I'm like, no, I'm not going. I want to die.
Right.
And then I'm not on there.
Yeah, we're more concerned about law-abiding, normal, not...
Yeah, like Will, when he's
killed,
creeping
right?
around London, I don't want Will to be stabbed, but fuck these little English pricks.
I was only nervous one time, and that's when I was in this huge park, and I was the only person in that park.
Except for the lady who was tied up. She was really big.
No.
Did I ever tell you about the one time I was in Central Park? I still don't know what happened. It was like a warrior-style drug deal. And it was like dusk. I was cutting through the park and it got dark. And me and my friend just went... I can't really explain. There's like this weird peninsula where you walk down a path and it comes to a dead end. And dude, we just got lost. New York Central Park in the 90s. And we walk and we're going along and it's like there's a guy on either side of us on this path. And then you walk another 10, 15 feet and there's two guys directly across from each other on either side of you. And we're like, this is cool. Just power through. And we get to the fucking end. And there's two dudes there having a conversation. And we're at the end. And we're just like, ooh, sorry. And we just do an about face and walk back out past all the dudes again standing in line. Like, I don't know what the fuck conversation those two guys were having at the end, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty fucking heavy.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like the Warriors.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on? What are you guys doing? This is very organized.
Yeah.
Whatever sort of criminal enterprise.
I can't believe one of those other guys didn't tell you that maybe going a little further was a bad idea.
Right? They didn't say a goddamn thing.
A meeting of the families.
It was really, really like that.
Right.
Well, there's other news, of course.
Yeah.
We talked to callers, but there's other news.
No, everybody's saying the same thing that everyone's already said. I think my stance is just a little bit different. I just think Americans, they love them and they need them. And
There's certainly a great portion of the country that feels...
And it was that's what this country was founded on.
I have
guns.
silly, stupid news. I feel bad for doing it now.
I don't, because we need to break free from the serious.
All right.
Stupid silly is what I'm looking for.
All right. Well, I can only do news if you play my intro.
Oh shit! Sorry, dude.
I'm not allowed to.
He's like Candyman.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, can't happen.
In a way, I think this relates to what we've been talking about. Police officers chased a 16-year-old from Newark who was allegedly driving a stolen car, led them through on a chase through a golf course in the car. When he was apprehended, he was singing Bad Boys, the Cops TV show theme song.
Yeah, no, it's a great song.
Yeah, it is. But, the kid is 16, and this just it reinforces the idea that I have that kids have started working out in their heads that, okay, what's the worst you can really do to me, parents? What's the worst you can do to me, law? And have been really been challenging those systems.
I disagree. I think kids have always been doing that. Remember that video from like 20 years ago where the little kid just fucking got in a high-speed car chase?
No.
Maybe it was 10 years ago. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Kids are rebels.
They are.
Like retards.
In other news, if you are in Toronto and you want to stay healthy, you may want to avoid the health fair.
What?
On March 25th, they had a health fair in Toronto organized by the Vision Infinite Foundation,
Yeah.
which sounds creepy. It's a community group. And during the fair...
If wanting to live forever is creepy.
Yeah.
Yes, we're guilty.
Yeah. During the fair, they gave free blood sugar tests. And
They stabbed people and gave them AIDS.
the city's public health authority now says up to 30 people may have been using the same needle.
Hepatitis.
That's
Why the fuck would... Man.
Yeah, but how many junkies went to the health fair?
Hippies.
You could get,
Same needle.
hepatitis B,
Yep.
C, HIV.
You can get rid of them though now.
They've called HIV.
I
Just take a cocktail or
I
something.
just say that.
Toronto Public Health has called and written to every single person that had their glucose levels checked at the fair, recommending they get blood tests. That's a scary call to get. And to think you were at a health fair,
Yeah, you
checking
never
your
go
blood
again.
glucose, and now I might have AIDS.
Yeah.
So this is one dum-dum that did this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's not smear the good name of the Toronto health.
Right. Melrose Place actress Jamie Luner.
Who's that one?
It must have been a later series.
I don't know, but I think
Wait,
it's
she's
from,
not from
I think
the-
it's late '90s. I think it's the second Melrose Place.
Can you say you're from Melrose Place if you're not from Melrose Place? The second Melrose Place?
Yeah.
Did they reboot that thing?
Well, anyway, there's been a lawsuit against. Yeah, they did a lawsuit against her, asking her to pay $250 million in damages.
Whoa! What for? That's a lot.
This guy, Anthony Oliver, alleges he met her at a party she threw. She ended up giving him Jack and Coke and unwanted meth. And,
Fuck off. Unwanted. You don't take unwanted meth.
And I guess the makeup artist was male, and he ended up having sex with both of them. And in the lawsuit, he's saying, I left the party not knowing if I liked women or men. And he was 16.
Man, I could... He was 16?
Yeah.
Oh.
Accused of, because I'm really confused, performing a sex act on 16-year-old. So who did she give the meth to?
The 16-year-old.
Oh.
Allegedly.
A makeup artist had sex with her and the 16-year-old?
That's what he's saying.
I mean, it was all clear until you said 16.
Also, his brother, I think, according to him, taped them having sex.
The
Wait.
adult man's brother.
Yes.
Oh. Wow, that is a frisky party, right? Why is a 16-year-old dude there?
He was
Why is a 16-year-old dude there?
He was it was like a friend of a friend with makeup and hair.
I'm a 40-year-old Hollywood star and a 16-year-old dude's in my house. And I've got meth.
Yeah.
You're out of here, kid.
I don't know, but we don't know if she had meth.
She couldn't have known he was that young.
I don't know.
It's so weird.
Who knows what if this is true, but...
It's such a hooker thing to be 16 at a... You know what I mean? Like, you're such a fucking in danger person.
Yeah, but come on, you're
What the
16,
hell?
you're not going to go to a Hollywood party? If you have the opportunity,
yes,
of
yes.
course.
But I'm and I could go. I'm damaged goods, and that would happen to me. I'm saying he's already damaged goods. He went there to suck a dick.
You think?
Yeah, he went there to have sex with her for sure. Look at her. I would have.
He went to a party.
Why you got? I went to a party.
Cupcakes?
I went. Yeah, when I was 16, I had sex with a 26-year-old lady.
Okay.
And fuck with me. Not bad, but a little bit.
Yeah.
She could have done anything with me that night.
Right.
And I would have done it. 'Cause
Right.
She was just out of my league.
Right.
It's wrong.
Of course.
I wouldn't have thought it was that wrong. I wouldn't have called the authorities.
Well, this guy didn't. He waited
Until now?
Well, I mean, if you believe his story, he's become an alcoholic. He's had some deep psychological problems because of it.
Is he addicted to meth?
I don't think so. It's. I'm just bringing it up because it's a female who's being accused in this movement that's been happening.
Of women that are doing it to young boys.
gross men taking advantage of young females, and this is just an example, if the story is true, of a female taking advantage of a young male.
Oh, I think we've been very clear that women also take advantage of young men.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's just I just bring it up because it's different than the others.
It's just crazy to know. It seems like, I know it happens everywhere, but it seems like in Hollywood, it happens more that underage kids go to big parties, and big Hollywood fucks them. I just don't know, you know? I know I'm not a fucking big famous person. I don't know. I went to Marilyn Manson's birthday party. What if there was an 18-year-old? You know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, get the fuck off me. Are you serious? So it seems like Hollywood is a...
Well, I think you're totally wrong on that, because we see it happen in the government and in the food industry and in law offices. Every facet of business, we see this happen.
What, they party with children?
No, that we see them taking advantage of someone, or...
Yeah. Wait, but I was talking about partying with children.
Oh, okay. Sunday, it was not only Easter, but in Japan, it was Kanamaramatse.
What's that mean?
Easter.
Oh.
No, that's the Feast of the Iron Penis.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Why would you feast on an iron penis?
No, you don't feast on it. It's every
You just
spring.
said feast on an iron penis.
Feast of.
The iron penis.
Yeah, but
that's when the iron penis eats.
No. That's not happening either. Every spring...
Penis means something different?
No, at the Kanayama Shrine in Kawasaki, Japan, the penis is the central theme of the event.
Oh, that's where the dude had a dick on the cliff.
No. There's a different place.
Another place where they play dicks.
This is where, a long time ago, a jealous, sharp-toothed demon fell in love with a woman, and he hid inside her vagina, and then when men came along, he bit their penises off.
Am I right?
So the woman went to a blacksmith, and she had this metal penis made and inserted it, and then when the demon bit down on it, it broke all his teeth, and now there's a shrine with the penis on it.
Right.
The end. But anyway, the best part about this is, first of all, the pictures of the young and old enjoying penis pops.
Oh.
Yeah. Right. This thing.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yep. Everybody likes a penis lollipop.
Yes, they do. Look at all those ladies sucking dicks.
Who doesn't love a nice hard cock?
All right.
Next year, April 7th, if you want to go. It's the first Sunday of April, I guess.
Do you think they're more horny that day because of all the wangs that they're carrying around?
I know that...
Women, if you're listening, if there's a lot of penises around, like photos of penises and, like carvings of penises and rubber penises everywhere all day, people penis party, are you more inclined to want to get in bed with a penis that day?
Well, the only thing you can really compare this to is a bachelorette party. It's not uncommon in a bachelorette party for them to give the girl a penis, the bride-to-be a penis lollipop or hang rubber dicks off her or something like that. I do feel like if you see like a bachelorette party coming through, your odds of getting laid go up a little bit, but I don't think that's because the rubber cocks are there.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
Maybe it's just a group mentality. And if there's some sexual play going on, I think your chances go up here at the festival.
I just realized that guys think their chances go up at the festival.
Well, you have to be, in this case, the picture that we're looking at, the women with the penis noses on, you have to be willing to be playful about sexuality.
Good point.
Which, of course, in Japan, I think is probably more conservative than,
They're so fucked, man. Because, they're incredibly conservative, except that they're all fucking twisted. So, it kind of seems like maybe what they're not doing in real life, they indulge a little bit more in their fantasy imagination.
Oh, that's why they have all that tentacle stuff and all that?
Right.
NBC News is reporting on something that's huge and disturbing. Hacking of 911 emergency call centers. Back in 2016 in Henry County, Tennessee, their 911 system experienced one of the country's first ransomware attacks on a call center. Basically, hackers shut down the center's computerized dispatch and demanded a couple of grand in Bitcoin to release the system.
Yeah.
And that's been happening more. There have been 184 cyber attacks on public safety agencies and local governments in the last 2 years.
Did they get away with it at all? Like, did they give them the money?
I know that sometime people have been arrested. The people that in Henry County, Tennessee, refused to give in and were taking 911 calls on, notebooks, pencils, and paper.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, doing it old school. But that's crazy to endanger so many people for $2,000.
Yeah, but drugs, man.
Yeah,
They're really good.
You should definitely ask for more money if you do that.
Right. That's the whole point. Speaking of money, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission yesterday brought charges over fraudulent cryptocurrency fundraisers that Floyd Mayweather and DJ Khalid
they're bad.
Participated in. Well, no, they're not bad. They're not being named in the charges that
You just named them.
No, but it's just a company.
Boo DJ Khalid and boo Mayweather for doing.
Sit there and smear Floyd Mayweather's good name.
Stealing. I see what you did there. He's a cocksucker. Yeah. We got to stop these stars from stealing money from the kids at charity events.
No, that was just what they used to advertise their.
We got to stop DJ Khalid from stealing money from the kids, you guys.
So what is the nature of the crime?
Basically, I guess they're alleging that the company misled the Securities and Exchange Commission about their involvement with being able to issue debit cards and being in league with other major financial institutions and being able to issue debit cards that would basically turn your cryptocurrency into cash like almost immediately.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
Dare Floyd Mayweather make those specific promises?
A 27-year-old man on Australia's Sunshine Coast ordered another pint from the bar. He told the bartender he needed just one more pint before he had to go to the hospital. The bartender asked him why he was going to the hospital. The man turned around and showed the bartender the knife that was sticking out of his back. Yep. Earlier, he had gotten into a fight with another bar patron. Both were kicked out of the bar. The fight continued on the streets. The 27-year-old was stabbed in the back. So he went back into the bar and ordered another drink. When he finished it, he went to the hospital.
Fuck yeah! Oh, get out of here, love!
He's also
just knock back a couple. Reckon you can do us a huge favor and pull this knob out of me back?
He's also not pressing charges, of course.
They don't give a fuck, man.
Right. Vermont man Michael Gonzalez was he ordered a pizza to celebrate Easter on Sunday, and eventually the pizza guy drove up. He went out to the car, handed the guy 20, asked for his pizza, and it was no pizza guy. It was a marked police car with uniformed officers inside and lights on top of the car and everything. And this guy was like, "Give me my pizza." And anyway, as it turns out, he had an arrest warrant and also had a little bit of heroin and ecstasy on his person.
Red Dragons, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Make sure it is the pizza delivery guy before you start demanding pizza.
You never know, Cup. They don't get paid that much. Maybe he's dropping off a couple of pizzas, and maybe he had some ecstasy in there to maybe give him an extra tip because he appreciates a hard-working police officer.
Good service. Today marks the 50th anniversary of the original release of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Have you seen it? The whole movie.
Does the guy make a spaceship out of mashed potatoes or something?
That's Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Okay, what's this one
2001:
called?
Space Odyssey is the monkeys. They have a bone. A monkey sits on a pile of stones. And then there's space.
No, is it in black and white?
And that's it's not.
No, it's
and that's the first 20 minutes.
Oh, I'm not watching it.
The next 2 hours where a guy sits on a spaceship and occasionally something beeps.
Fuck! Wow.
It's only about 5 hours long, but it seems like eternity. Anyway, I watched the whole movie for the first time. I don't know, maybe about 8 months ago.
Yeah.
And I actually enjoyed it. I could not believe it because I'd tried to watch this movie multiple times and could never make it through like the first 2-hour-long monkey scene.
Yeah, it took me a little while too. I was the same way with Blade Runner. It's worth it when you actually do it.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a 2-hour monkey scene?
Well, I mean, no,
No,
but
the
it's
monkey
long.
Scene's, the monkey scene, it's not that long, is it? I don't think the monkey scene's more than 15 minutes. No, I think it's shorter than that. How long's the monkey scene? It's quick.
I don't know, but it just, everything seems to drag along in this movie. But it's pretty amazing looking, and it did pave the way for a bunch of science fiction films because it was realistic looking, you know?
Okay.
After that movie came out, like Silent Running, Star Wars, Alien movies, Close Encounters, E.T.,
Yes.
were all presenting more realistic type space movies.
And saucers.
Kubrick did hire NASA engineers to help out, and he consulted with like Carl Sagan and other scientists about what the future would look like. And he did in the movie. They made a bunch of, they showed things that would come to pass.
Oh,
in 2001.
Not by 2001, but in general.
Like what?
Like HAL. HAL is artificial intelligence.
HAL?
HAL. HAL. It's the robot.
Oh.
The thing. It's kind of like an Alexa for that runs everything in the spaceship.
So it's not like wheeling around. Like anywhere you are, you could talk to.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
I don't know, Jim, or whatever. And then they have the glass cockpit displays. The meters and gauges and all that are all almost like a heads-up display.
Oh, yeah.
And those weren't around until I don't know, a decade later with McDonnell Douglas putting out an aircraft that had the iPad.
There was an iPad in it?
He's got a computer that's a pad.
Oh, wow.
And that didn't come along for a long time.
Typewriter or touchscreen?
No, it didn't have a typewriter on it.
Nice.
Personal television screens. Kubrick had screens in the back of the seat in front of you on airplanes. I suppose an airplane that went to the sky, but
And no one else had that yet.
No.
Genius.
Invented it. Lip reading computers.
Yeah.
Did that. The moon landing, although the moon landing did take place like a year later, it was pretty realistic the way he made a pod land on the moon.
All right. He knows everything about space.
And he later put those skills to use faking the moon landing.
Yes. The space shuttle. He had a thing that looked like, in fact, it looked exactly like the Concorde, but it was a space shuttle that went into space.
That's in the movie?
Yeah.
All right.
And
you're going to keep going, are you?
Space tourism.
Okay.
Suspended animation, which the Federal Drug and the FDA just approved a process where you'd slow down the heartbeat and all that so you could do emergency operations on people. So there's a lot of amazing stuff in this movie if you can eventually get through it all. Right.
It's a ringing endorsement.
Congratulations, Kubrick, wherever you are.
He died, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But
that space station you were banging on about for a couple of weeks, Will, that ended up just burning up in the atmosphere.
Oh, yeah. Was it?
Didn't even do nothing?
What is it, a glorious fireball, at least?
No, it happened during the day.
Ah, shit.
Lies. Everybody's a liar.
Damn it.
There's no fireworks,
I
nothing.
wanted to see nighttime fireball. I thought for sure that would be captured on a security camera somewhere.
Yeah, I might be racing cars this weekend.
Yeah?
Probably not.
Oh. Are you, like, maybe you're racing cars? Like, maybe I'm racing cars this weekend?
At this point, yet.
Nah.
It's like I keep talking about it, but I don't believe anything's going to happen. Because I was supposed to be a race car driver, and now I'm not. But there's a UTV Championships of the World is on this weekend.
Once a race car driver, always a race car driver.
Oh no, I'm just sitting on the bench, rubbing my hands up and down on my calves because my legs are cold. I'm itching to get a go.
Hey man, you've driven a race car in a race. That's way more than a lot of people have ever done.
You should go.
Where is it? If it happens,
in Vegas, but like an hour out of Vegas, near a lake, and it's like this 16-mile track. You do 3 laps. I don't even know which way to go or anything. So if it happens, I'm just gonna be like bum rushed out there. And
I hope to tell you before the race.
I hope I piss my pants in there.
Just stay warm.
I don't know. I feel if I really need to piss, then I'm gonna piss my pants.
I don't think I'm gonna make it to near Vegas this weekend, but I would like to take a long trip to Nevada and go to all the ghost towns and that kind of thing.
Brothels, right?
Yeah, no, ghost towns, I said.
You know,
Wait,
could go
there's ghost
those towns. You could go to Iowa and they'll give you free land if you build a house there.
I saw that, and I really want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's all move to Iowa.
Yeah.
Wow. How much land do you get?
I noticed people love talking about how they'd like to do that.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, like I said.
Would you really?
Yes, absolutely.
Maybe you should talk to the boss and see if they'll let you work from home.
In Iowa.
In Iowa.
In free land. When you start homesteading.
That sounds amazing. That sounds so amazing.
It'd be cool if you had a bunch of studios in a log cabin.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an excellent conversation about a thing we might do. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen. I would love to do it, though.
You're so skeptical, Will.
I'm such a naysayer.
I just hope everybody enjoys their life, you know?
Yeah, it's
and
important.
I'm really sorry for everybody at YouTube.
Yeah.
And I hope everyone's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
And if Ronnie wants to challenge me to shooting stuff out of my ass, game on, bitch. Don't die.
I was actually going to look and see what the deal was on that. What's the story with the land?